are coming out, as you can hear. It's time now to sit back and enjoy the action. Scottish football has been an absolute joy this season, and BBC Radio Scotland has been with you every step of the way. It's Hearts against Rangers, live from Tynecastle, with Ryan Stevenson, Kevin Thompson and Liam McLeod.
Well, this isn't your normal night in EH11. The eyes of the footballing world are on Tynecastle Park, where Heart of Midlothian Football Club stand just 12 days from history. 12 days and 4 games away from a first Scottish top-flight title in 66 years. 4-time top-flight title winners, but not since 1960, when Gorgie legend Tommy Walker was at the helm, having also won it 2 years earlier. What they stand on the brink of is, in Scottish football terms, earth-shattering. We have seen the likes of Leicester City in England, Montpellier in France, and Bayer Leverkusen and Wolfsburg in Germany do the unthinkable, the unbelievable, and the frankly inconceivable, and wrestle the title away from the giants. In Scotland, it seemed totally beyond the realms of realism that this could happen after 41 years of Glasgow dominance. Yet here Hearts stand in front of their expectant supporters and of the Rangers players who know any slip-up tonight, and a three-way battle will surely become a two-way battle, and a wind of change could potentially sweep through this country. For Rangers, it's do or die. For Hearts, immortality awaits. The two sets of players have gone through the pre-match handshakes. A beautiful evening here in Scotland's capital. The Hearts players going through each other there, a high five, pats in the back, last words of encouragement. The Rangers players doing likewise to the left. John Beaton's the referee, knows this fixture inside out, and he's just spotted the ball in the centre. Rangers are going to kick off in the blue shirts with the white collars, the white shorts and the white socks. Hearts in maroon and white. The visitors will shoot towards the Gorgie Road end, left to right, as we watch from the back of the Wheatfield stand, underneath where the television cameras are housed. With Hearts shooting towards the school end, towards the Roseburn. And a small pocket of Rangers supporters off to the right of it. And John Beaton's just about ready to go, and Nicola Raskan kicks this massive game of football off as he rolls it back to Jack Butland, who launches it forward from the edge of his own box. It bounces all the way through to his opposite number, Alexander Schwolo, who starts in goal for the league leaders. Steinvender, Halkett, Findlay and Kingsley at the back. Chesnikov, Leonard, Beningame and Kizaridis across the middle. Shankland and Braga up front. Rangers with Butland in goal. Tavernier, Giga, Fernandez and Sterling. Raskan, Chukwuani and Diamonde. Scott Olsen and Moore either side of Chermiti. As Hearts come up the pitch and win a throw-in, level with the Rangers penalty spot on this near side, as they look to make immediate inroads. Ryan Stevenson.
Yeah, just as I was saying just before the game started, I thought that they would go, Tomo said the same, they would go on Tavernier, and straight from Small off a big kick up. Kingsley pins Tavernier, little flick off him, and they get a throw in a really good area. Kingsley takes it, bowls it directly into the Rangers box. It's headed away by Giga. Back into the area it comes via Chesnikov. It's going to be nodded half away, picked up by Shankland. The skipper clips it into the box. It's a good challenge there by Giga, heads away under pressure from Braga as Leonard loses out. Now Rangers are looking to hit in the counter here. It's slipped forward this right side by Chukwuani to Scott Olsen, right hand side of the Hearts box. A little bit of a misunderstanding as it comes back to Diamonde. Left foot ball in, just a bit too much on it for Chermiti. Schwolo holds on. It's going to be very interesting, Kevin Thompson, to see who settles the quicker here.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad ball either for Diamonde. Liam, just a bit overhit. I actually thought the pass as well out to Scott Olsen was just a wee bit overhit, but you're right. I think what Ryan just mentioned there, preying on James Tavernier, Kingsley going up the line, Tav just needs to deal with the ball in the air like now. Yeah, you're definitely right. Whoever settles best.
Yeah, and Tavernier's had it pinched off him by Kizaridis on this near side. Kingsley though loses out. Scott Olsen, it has gone out for a Hearts throw-in, level with the edge of the centre circle on this near side. It will be Kingsley to take, bowls it forward towards Shankland. Won back by Fernandez. Shankland's managed to tow it out to the right side of the box here for Kizaridis. Into the Rangers box he goes, turns it back at the right angle for Leonard. He was a goal scorer against Rangers when they last met in Glasgow. Back it comes from Kizaridis. There to Steinwender, who plays it back to Kizeridis on the main stand side touchline, flicks with the outside of the boot, misunderstanding with Shankland, and it trickles right through to Jack Bolton. Goalless inside the opening 2.5 minutes at Tynecastle.
Good play from Kizeridis there, just it was a bit of a misunderstanding, but if Lawrence had went on that angle that Kizeridis had played the ball, he'd have found himself in a good place inside the box. But I think Hearts have definitely started the opening couple of minutes better than what Rangers have, and they'll just try to grow into this game now, pin Rangers back, and as I said just before the game started, ask questions of Rangers early on.
Celtic piling the pressure on Hearts yesterday. It's been a pressure they've dealt with for most of the season, though, as Scott Olsen comes down the right side, high up the pitch, lays it back to Chikwani, who finds Diamande, rolls it along the deck to Tavernier, throws it out to Scott Olsen, and then he goes back to Mohamed Diamande. And then it's Chikwani to Diamande again. He's inside the centre circle. All the Hearts players behind the ball at the moment as he rolls it back to Giga, but the boos from the Hearts supporters. Rangers in possession. They do their best to put the visitors off. It's not forward to Mikey Moore. He turns it back to Chikwani on this near side. He's wondering where to go here. He's slipped it back to his goalkeeper Shankland onto it, but Butland clears first time. Sharmiti chases, Halkett wins the header though and finds Leonard, who's fouled by Raskan. Free kick, Hearts just outside the centre circle in the home team's half. Hearts 0, Rangers 0.
Yeah, he does brilliant there, Leonard, Liam. I think the ones are so important. You can see Raskin trying to get up in that second ball, and they're key. If you can pick them up, you're right at the heart of the back line of Hearts. He does really well, Leonard, just uses his body, protects it.
Well, Rangers lost for the first time in 17 league games against Motherwell last time out. And incredibly, as Hearts come down the left here with Braga, he's wanting a free kick, he's not getting it. It's a poor ball out of defence by Giga. Now it's Shankland, Braga's in the Rangers box, Chikwani stays with him, it's a brilliant challenge. And it's cleared by Tavernier, who looks for Sharmiti, gets something on it, but it comes all the way through to Steinwender, who goes back to his goalkeeper. Well, I was about to say there, Rangers lost last time out in the league. Incredibly haven't lost back-to-back league games since March 2018 under Graham Murty. And despite the obviously had problems under several managers, they've not lost back-to-back league games, which is pretty incredible since then. And Shankland concedes the throw-in over on the far side, level with the edge of the D of the Rangers box.
I think, as Kevin said just before the game started, I think Hearts are going to be quite happy going long when they have to go long, trying to pick up them second balls. You can see obviously Lawrence playing in behind sort of Claudio Braga and trying to pick up that second ball. Even if Rangers centre halves win it, they're trying to be onto that first one onto the second ball, and I think they'll be quite comfortable doing that.
He's got to do more though, right? James Tavernier, that's 3 balls now in the first few minutes. The ball went down that side and he's not made first contact either. He's not just go and win the header and bomb it straight back down the throat. It's amazing how much importance that can give to your team.
You would think James Tavernier, just even the first one, even if you don't win it, just go and act as if you're going to win it, because as soon as you don't, as soon as Kingsley wins that, as soon as Swallow gets it again, he's just saying put it on his head.
Steinwender with the long clearance up to the halfway lines, launched back into the Hearts half. Halkett meets him in the head, headed on by Braga on the halfway line, and it's right through to Fernandez. For Rangers, he switches it out to this right hand side for Tavernier. Rangers captain, now 5th in the all-time appearance list for the Ibrox club, takes it across the halfway line. Short ball for Diamande. The challenge from Leonard comes off the Hearts man last, says the linesman on this near side.
I got that wrong. Diamande basically just clouthed it out the pitch.
Yeah, that was right in front of us there. And there's a Rangers ball. The assistant on this near side, Jonathan Bell, gave that. Tavernier just a few yards inside the Hearts half on the near side. Still goalless, 6 in. Ball forward to Sharmiti. Controls but passes it straight to Chesnikov. He's managed to work it through to Shankland, now to Kingsley, who passes the ball straight out of the pitch. You might even have heard the disgust in his voice as he failed to slip it into the path of Braga. Rangers throw in up to Sharmiti, chests it back to Scott Olsen. Then out to Tavernier on this near side. He's looking for a big switch option here. Sterling's giving him it. Can he find him? He has done. Sterling picks up at the left angle of the Hearts box. Runs straight at Kizeridis though. And it's the Hearts man who's bounding out of this defensive position there. And he goes out to play for a Hearts throw. He's done very well, Alexandros Kizeridis, though Sterling showed way too much of the ball to him there. And he was in a good area too, the Rangers left back.
I think that's great defending from Kizeridis there. He stood his ground. made Sterling make the initial first move and defended it really, really well, and then went on the attack and managed to buy his team the throw-in. You guys have probably seen Rangers a lot more than what I have, but Scott Olsen played 7 minutes here and he's literally not broke out of a jog. I mean,
Kevin will probably have seen even more of him than me, but he's been well off the boil, and you consider he's a Denmark international.
Just think how big a game this is.
Repute. But also, I think he's in tonight, Kevin, because he played very well against Hearts when they beat them 4-2 at Ibrox.
Yeah, I think Danny Rowell watched the previous games, Liam, no doubt, and he's tried to come up with a tactical, master plan to make sure that he can hurt this Hearts team. That was a brilliant ball initially for James Tavernier. Probably at the wrong person. You want that ball to go to Mikey Moore, Liam, so he gives an opportunity to go 1v1.
Question marks over Moore's fitness as well. That's why he hasn't been starting games recently. He's been coming on when they've been 2-0 down in matches. The long ball comes into the Rangers box, which are fouled by Braga on Giga. And much to the annoyance of the home supporters, it'll be a Rangers free kick inside their own penalty area. We've played 8 goalless minutes in the capital. It's with Fernandez, who takes a chance there against Shankland. Eventually he switches it out to the right side for Tavernier, who finds Scott Olsen, and now it goes through. Sharmiti goes down because he fell by Halkett. No, says referee, beaten. He comes right back to Schwolo. It looked just for a second there that Shankland was going to nick it off the Rangers defender.
Yeah, the one thing about the two at the back, Liam, is they take a wee chance. They do give you a sniff. It's just the way they play. There's no doubt when they're on top of their game, they look like they stroll through games, but in this atmosphere, in this cauldron, you certainly don't want to give any sniffs to the Hearts front line.
Bear pit Tynecastle. It is Fernandez who heads away. Raskan clips it across the halfway line over on the far side. Steinwender hoists it back forward, and the header from Fernandez goes all the way back through to Halkett. The stakes are so high. You can forgive perhaps both teams being just a little bit edgy in the infancy of this one.
I think Hearts have been miles better in general play, the way they look confident.
Yeah, Kingsley's managed to find Chesnikov, who almost slipped it out to Braga. Fernandez's ball was not convincing out of defence. Blocked, it comes back out to the left, but Tavernier wins the throw-in off Chesnikov. Ryan.
As Tomo was saying, as the teams were coming out, when Kevin played for Rangers, they'd be standing in that tunnel looking at, if I'm playing for Hearts, looking at me, and I'd be looking at him, and we know that the both of us are going to go at it. Hearts have made a couple of decent challenges. Nico Raskin's probably the only one that's tried to get on Leonard, but the rest of the Rangers players look as if they're actually just kind of strolling through it just now, don't they? They kind of just look as if they're in second gear, not really that far first. I mean, the magnitude of the game, you would think they would be in the changing room saying, listen, we need to get at them, we need to put Hearts under pressure. And they just don't seem to be at all.
Just as Rangers, Sharmiti's just given away a really cheap free kick on this near side, and Leonard and Kingsley are both over it. Midway inside the Rangers half, just a few yards away from the Wheatfield stand touchline, and Leonard and Kingsley stand over it, and this is coming right into the Rangers box. How costly will that from Sharmiti be? Leonard swings, it's a brilliant ball, and it's headed over the bar by Halkett. 6 yards out, goal kick Rangers. But it was almost a heavy price the Yusuf Sharmiti paid there, Kevin Thompson.
Yeah, it's a huge chance, Liam. And actually, for a Hearts perspective, the one that you'd want to land on it, minus Shankland really, is Halkett, because we know how good he is. He's not the most imposing centre-back, but he's brilliant in the air, Halkett. He gets up really early. And the speed was on the ball, Liam. Leonard's ball, possibly a wee bit high, but in a real good area. I think what Ryan's mentioning earlier, I think when Hearts front four become a front four, when Chesnikov, Kizarides and Braga and Shankland almost go up against the Rangers back four, you're asking Chukwane to be really disciplined, because the last thing you want is 4v4 for a Hearts perspective. Great for them, but not good for Rangers.
Rangers are unbeaten in the last 13 top 6 post-split meetings with Hearts. They've got to be looking at some point in this game of asserting themselves, but at the moment it's the leaders. It's a good flick. Shankland and Braga's driving in the left, chops back on his right side, gets the cross in, it's headed half away by Sterling, but it's Kizarides, picks up, flips it back. Braga almost got there, Tavernier does enough, but it's still alive as it's swept out to the far side for Kizarides. Good challenging by Sterling as Moore picks up over on the far side. Hearts pressing the game well here as Moore clears his line up to Sharmiti, who's looking to win a throw-in over there. It has gone Rangers' way. The protests from the Hearts fans in the main stand on the far side. It is a Rangers ball, level with the edge of the centre circle, and it kind of feels as though Rangers right now are looking to take a few punches and see if they can weather the storm.
Well, the last thing you want to do, Liam, is give your opposition a head start, that's for sure. They've not done this often enough. Good ball for James Tavernier and Scove-Olsen.
Up to Scove-Olsen, level with the edge of the D of the Hearts box now with Moore dancing into the area. It's Mikey Moore, fires it across. Sharmiti wasn't there. Raskan picks up wide on the left. Came right through to the Belgian on the left side of the box. Raskan turns it back to Sterling. Then to Raskan up against Steinvender. Now he's trying to drink away from Kizaridis, and Steinvender gets the cross in. It's tapped over his bar there by Swallow, and Rangers up the first corner of the match. 12.5 in at 0-0.
And do you know what that comes from? A ball in behind. I mean, it's simple football, but it's a good ball in from in behind from Tavernier. Mikey Moore looks like the one that'll do something for Rangers. I actually think he gets himself in such a good position. He should maybe actually had a shot low and hard across Swallow, but they recycle it and they managed to get the corner kick. So first time for Rangers to put a bit of pressure on Hearts.
James Tavernier over the corner, as he has been so often since his arrival a decade ago. In swinger with the right foot. Over on the main stand, Gorgie stand side there. There's a bit of pushing in the box, and John Beaton's going to have to sort that. He's wagging his finger at a couple of players there. Raskan and Leonard were having a bit of each other there round about the penalty spot, and the referee was over having a chat with both of them. Jiga and Beningame are on site too. Tavernier's made to wait to take the corner. The ref's finished talking to the players now, and we're still at it. Tavernier waits to take. Beaton keeps an eye on those group of players in there as Tavernier swings it in. Swallow punches away. Diamonde catches it on the volley with the left foot, blocked by Leonard. Moore heads back towards the edge of the Hearts box, won by Shankland's head. Moore wins the header, then Leonard wins the header, and it pops out on this near side, where Diamonde lets you go out under pressure from Braga for a Rangers throw-in on this near side. Hearts 0, Rangers 0, we played 14.
I think that volley was travelling. Diamonde caught it sweet. I don't know who it was that blocked it, but
Leonard, I think.
Leonard, it looked as if it was travelling, and Swallow, you can always tell with the goalkeeper, and Swallow was panicking, spreading himself, diving at the other side of his goal. So yeah, just a little warning for Hearts there. As good as they've been in this opening 13-14 minutes, Rangers have got enough in there to hurt them.
It's Moore driving across the halfway line. Good challenge by Beningame to win it back. Chesnikov slips away from Chikwani, who brings him down, and Hearts have a free kick right of the centre circle. They've got a good top 6 record, Hearts, with regards to playing teams who are in the top 6 this season. They've only lost 2 of them. One was to Rangers at Ibrox. The other was the derby defeat at Easter Road at the end of December, but actually the majority of their defeats have come against teams in the bottom 6. As Kizaridis picks up on the right, drives in to the centre circle, and of course Hearts unbeaten in 90 minutes here in over a year. Out to Kingsley on the left, first time ball, Jiga facing his own goal with Chesnikov, does well to flick it away. Chikwani's header's gone back to Shankland at the edge of his own box. Shankland on the turn, and then Sterling clears out for the Hearts, throw-in level with the 18-yard line. Over on the main stand side on the Hearts right as they attack the goal to the left. Bowled in by Leonard quickly to Kizaridis, whose cross is blocked by Sterling's prevented the corner, but he's given it straight to Leonard at the corner flag. Rolls it back down the line to Kizaridis, faced by Moore. Kizaridis then decides to lay it back to Steinvender, who goes down the line to Leonard. Sharmiti with the challenge, Moore with the challenge, and out for the Hearts throw-in, level with the edge of the D of the Rangers box on the far side. 16 on the clock, Hearts 0, Rangers 0. Hearts keeping the pressure on here. And Leonard just drying the ball with his maroon shirt over on the far side. Just 3 games to go after this one. They are getting so close. Their lead at the moment is on goal difference at the top of the table as Leonard's throw-in comes into the box, cleared by Fernandez though. Sharmiti takes it down and nicks it to Diamonde, gets it back to Sharmiti, midway inside his own half. Sharmiti gets away from a couple of Hearts players and finds Tavernier out wide right. Andreas Skov-Olsen is level with the D of the Hearts box all of a sudden on the right, lays it infield to Chikwani. A poor pass though, didn't have any meat on it, and Chikwani unable to do anything with that. It's his compatriot Skov Olsen squared it to him, and Hearts are able to clear their lines.
They're brilliant at that, Liam. Right, you must watch that all the time for this Hearts team. It's Chesnikov back there, tracking runners, intercepting balls. It's actually a clever ball for Skov Olsen into Chukwani. But just this Hearts team, Liam, they get behind the ball so clever. They work so hard as a unit.
Yeah,
this is what Ryan was saying to me earlier, weren't you, Ryan, about those who were, there was a clamour for Cariotta to start. Chesnikov in for his defensive attributes.
Yeah, defensively, I think he works ever so hard. You can see as soon as they lose possession, they literally just run back in a straight line, get into a shape as quickly as they possibly can. For me, that Rangers will hurt Hearts on the counter-attack. Any time that it sort of breaks down, Rangers do look a bit dangerous when they are on the counter-attack, but Hearts work so hard to get back into their shape so quick, and that was a prime example there. I think Skov Olsen should still do better there. I think as much as it's a good ball inside, again, I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking he's literally not moved out that little space that he's been in the full game.
Chukwani looking for Sterling on the overlap down the left. Steinbender sticking with him. Steinbender commits, slides in, concedes the corner. Another opportunity perhaps for Tavernier to swing one in here. Schwolo dealt with it last time. 20 on the clock. Oh no, 18. Getting ahead of myself. Hearts nil, Rangers nil. But it's kind of going from one end to the other right now, Kevin, isn't it?
Yeah, I think from our perspective, Liam, just watching the way Rangers are playing, is that when they can utilise the extra man in midfield, and that's with the overload of Mikey Moore coming in, because when Chesnikov jumps the line to become in the Hearts front line, it almost isolates Leonard and Beningame a wee bit. But at the moment, Rangers are not quite utilising that.
Tavernier to swing the corner in. There's plenty of movement. Jigan Fernandez at the back post, that's where he's looking, and Chukwani heads well over the bar. And the thing is, I think Jigan Fernandez were in a better position to get onto the end of that corner at the back post behind Chukwani, and it goes well over the bar. Hearts nil, Rangers nil.
Oh, it's a huge chance.
I think he's got to score that.
He's got to score, right. It does come in his defence. It comes with a lot of speed, done it through a lot of bodies. I think he just drifts off the back of Stuart Findlay. I'm not so sure he sees him coming.
I don't know, I think, is he like 2 yards out, 3 yards out? And I mean, it's a great ball in from Tavernier, but I mean, you just, as soon as that comes in, you know how close you are to the goal. You've just got to get contact on it, head it down. I think that's a big chance. Obviously we don't see any replays, but I think that's a massive chance for Rangers.
Schwolo takes the goal kick, long with the right foot into the Rangers half. Underneath it, Chukwani unchallenged, heads it into the centre circle. Moore beaten to Makizarides, who gets it back to Steinbender. Long ball forward, Fernandez does well to backwards head it to his goalkeeper, under pressure from Claudio Braga as he gives it to Giga. Does Butland, and Giga gives it back to his goalkeeper. He stands just to the left of the penalty spot, taking his time over this. Long ball looking for Sharmiti, it's too high for him. Skov Olsen's going to chase, which follows outside his box, gets it high into the air. On the halfway line, Diamonde meets it with the head, but he's headed it straight to Craig Halkett, who plays it out to the right for Kizarides. And back to Schwolo, first time with the right foot, sweeps it across the halfway line. And one there by Giga, where it breaks back to Hearts, and then it's passed back to Findlay. He goes back to his goalkeeper. It's a little bit scrappy out there.
Yeah, fair play to Hearts, Liam. They're really brave without the ball. They're going man for man. Kizarides is actually dropping almost back into the right back area, which is really brave, leaving 3v3 at the back at times, which is incredible. But at the moment, Rangers can't utilise that.
Rangers give it away again. It's Kizarides on the right side. Raskan's all over him. Kizarides slips it into Steinbender. He finds Leonard at close quarters. Back to Steinbender. He rolls it back to Halkett. Taking his time over this, side foot along the grass, out wide right for Steinbender again. Low ball forward to Kizarides, flicks it infield to Shankland, who looks to slip through. Braga too much on it though. He comes right through to Butland, almost in 21 minutes. Hearts nil, Rangers nil. It's picked up here, Chukwani to Diamonde, who then midway inside his own half uses Tavernier on the right to the edge of the centre circle for Sharmiti. Low ball out to Diamonde to Skov Olsen. Sharmiti's continued his run. Skov Olsen now. There's a little bit of room here. Findlay comes out to meet him. Across is blocked by Findlay. Second chance for Skov Olsen here. It's a low ball into the area. Moore back to Tavernier. Steps into the box. Shoots, blocked by Kingsley. and then sliced away out for a throw-in by Stuart Findlay. Hearts looked a little bit out of place and out of position there.
Yeah, he doesn't like it, Stuart Findlay, down that channel, Liam. When Stephen Kingsley gets caught too high, you can see him screaming at Beningame to slide out, but if he doesn't slide out and they get down the side, it's happened early in the game when Ryan mentioned it, when Scove Olsen got in behind with Tavernier's pass, same again. He doesn't want to go out into that left channel, does Stuart Findlay. He wants that security.
I think Stephen Kingsley went too early there as well, to be fair, and then Benny Beningame and Findlay get caught in that no man's land of who's going for who.
Long throw from Tavernier in the Wheatfield stand side as Rangers attack the goal to the right, and it comes from Tavernier to the edge of the 6-yard line. It's only half away, and it's deflected into the net, and Rangers have the lead through to John Sterling. He hits it, hook volley towards goal, which took a big deflection which deceived Alexander Swallow, and Rangers have a crucial lead a quarter of the way through the game in this three-way title battle. Heart of Midlothian 0, Rangers 1.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming, Liam. But by the way, what a goal in the end, really, because it's not always about scoring wonderful goals. You have to shoot, you have to buy a ticket to score a goal, and that's what he's done, Dujan Sterling. He's just drifted in. He's probably not accustomed for how it comes, Liam. It comes high, he has to try and keep it on target. Yeah, there's a huge slice of luck. It just drifts over the top of the Hearts goalkeeper. It all comes for getting down the side, Liam. Stuart Findlay being in a position that he doesn't want to defend in. He kicks it in the Wheatfield. The ball goes back in the box. Goals change games, right?
Yeah, I think ever since that corner kick came in and Rangers had that chance, everything got a bit ratty for Hearts. And yeah, as we're saying, Stuart Findlay probably finds himself in an area he doesn't want to be in. Rangers get a long throw in. I would still expect Stuart Findlay to then go and win that first header there. He doesn't. And Stirling does what any good sort of winger or fullback on that wide area does. He comes in and he manages to get a good contact on the ball. It takes a deflection, but he gets it on target and it bounces over the goalkeeper and goes in. And now Hearts have to respond. They've switched the two wide guys to different flanks. Kizarides is now out on the left-hand side to see if that maybe makes a difference. But yeah, unbelievable goal for Rangers. It puts them in a really good position.
Unlike as Rangers get a free kick, contentious it was, as you can hear in the background, unlike the Miovski goal here that was topped off when it looked as though it given Rangers the lead the last time they were at Tynecastle. This one stands, and there didn't appear much Swallow could do. It was like it was in slow motion there, wasn't it? He was completely taken out of the equation by the deflection.
Yeah, I think because there's been so much noise for the home fans, Liam, that it felt like they were in the ascendancy. It felt that they settled the best, but to be fair to Rangers in the last few moments, they got down the side a couple of times, they've had a couple of sniffs. James Tavernier's become a wee bit more industrious down this right side, along with Scove Olsen, and they've made Hearts defend, Liam. The corner, the Chukwani chance, and now they've got their noses in front. We spoke about personality, we spoke about character, and they probably didn't start the best, but they've managed to get their noses in front now.
Shermiti's popped it out to Moore, though it's well read by Steinbender. He slides in to put it out for a Rangers throw-in over on the far side. That pocket of Rangers supporters elated as Sterling's shot found the net to give them the lead in a game they must win. Throw-in, Rangers midway inside the Hearts half, over on the main stand side with James Tavernier standing over it. 25 on the clock. Hearts have come up with answers to just about every question that's been asked of them this season, and this is a monumental test all of a sudden. Tavernier bowls the long throw into the box, headed away by Halkett, picked up by Chesnikov on the far side. The Kazakh turning away from Sterling and field to Steinbender, who can only, well, he's actually managed to nick it off a Rangers player and out for a Hearts throw-in on the far side. But all of a sudden, Kevin talking about Hearts being in the ascendancy before the goal, just a little sense there that Rangers have the bit between the teeth now. Yeah, and it's an energy sapper, Liam. Whether you like it or you don't, you have to show resilience, and there's no doubt that this Hearts team have got that in them. But it's amazing the home fans have went a wee bit quiet. You can hear a few in front of us. The ball starts to turn over, a wee mistake, they start to get a wee bit grumbly, and there's no doubt the Rangers have got their tails up now. They've got something to hold on to. They're so close to history, you can understand that. Fernandez clearance which he wasn't intending, and it's got Hearts up the pitch midway inside the Rangers half, maybe slightly further forward than that, though Steinbender's going to take it quickly from level with the edge of the centre circle to Leonard, back to Steinbender on the touchline, and he rolls it back into his own half for Halkett, who switches it right to left of the centre circle for Findlay, out to Kingsley on the near side and up the line to Kizarides, back to Kingsley, level with the edge of the centre circle, Leonard in the left inside channel, back out to the touchline for Kingsley, and in field to Benny Beningame, who finds Leonard just beside him. Switches it to the right of the circle there for Halkett. Low ball's a good one out to the right side. Chance for Chesnikov to attack Sterling, the goal scorer. He does. Sterling reacts well, but it breaks back to Chesnikov with Raskan all over him. Chesnikov eventually throws himself to the ground, and he's not getting the free kick, which I think he would have bargained on getting there. So Rangers throwing instead over on the far side, almost on 27. Hearts 0, Rangers 1.
It's when he's at his best. Is Raskin, ratting around, getting to the ball. He's got such a powerhouse. That lower torso, his bum, his big thighs, his legs. He gets to the ball really tightly, and he's really good in combat. To tell the Hearts faithful weren't too happy about it. As soon as we're a million miles away from it, it's hard for us to call it.
Chesnikov should just have passed the ball. I know he's trying to buy the free kick there, but he's actually got himself in a good position. Steinwender's 10 yards behind him. I understand in his head he's maybe thinking, I'll buy a free kick here, but just pop it back to him, move again, try and get on the ball, and it just diffuses the full situation. That Hearts are getting a bit of ascendancy back in the game. Rangers doing what they should do, take their time on throw-ins now, waste a bit of time. Fans get a bit grumpy, they buy themselves another free kick that they have just now.
Sharmiti's gone down this time. Over on the far side, it will be a Rangers free kick. Rangers have a lead in the capital. Big night in the playoffs tomorrow, live in the BBC Scotland TV channel. Dunfermline Athletic against Arbroath, quarter-final, first leg for a place in the Premiership. There's also Alloa, Airdrie, Queen of the South, Stenhouse, Muir in the Championship playoff semis. In the League One semis, Clyde Spartans and Forfar Accies. It's tomorrow evening, the second leg of that Dunfermline Arbroath tie at Gayfield on Friday, also live on the BBC Scotland channel. Here on the radio in the Premiership, 1-0 Rangers. Long free kick, Tavernier into the Hearts box is eventually bundled clear out to this near side. The bouncing ball will be seen out over the line by Diamonde under pressure from Braga for a Rangers throw-in, but there is a real feeling here that Hearts are a little bit stunned by the fact they are behind here. They've got to find the wherewithal to turn this around, and they're more than capable of doing so. They've been in holes this season, they've been in bigger holes this season and come out of them. As Sterling finds Raskan on the left centre position in the Hearts half. Back into the circle, it goes to Diamonde and out to Tavernier on the near side. Up the line to Skov Olsen. He goes back to Mohamed Diamonde. Rangers win this game, they're right back in the title fight, up to their eyeballs.
Yeah, well in it, Liam. They sure are, they'll know that. The fans know it, the manager knows it, the players know it, and at the moment they're just showing that wee bit composure that you'd expect of a Rangers team at the moment.
It's Tavernier, forward to Sharmiti. Good challenge there by Findlay, and it's broken kindly out to Kizaridis, then back the way Kingsley, long ball forward. It's well defended by Chiga, who finds Moore on the near side touchline. Lovely little shuffle ball infield to Chikwani. Goes back to Chiga and square to Fernandez midway inside their own half as the sun breaks out again here in Gorgie. Hearts 0, Rangers 1, approaching the half-hour mark at Tynecastle. It's with Diamonde taking it up towards the halfway line, faced by Kizaridis, short there to Chikwani. Forward looking to slip it in behind Findlay for Moore, but Findlay gets in the way, but Hearts cannot keep it right now. Skov Olsen's flick out to Tavernier. Back down the line, he dinks it to Diamonde. It's all very tight down there. Kizaridis has won it back, and he's found Shankland, and he's going to return it to the Greek, driving down the left-hand side. Shankland trying to get up there. Chesnikov toots with Shankland on the edge of the box. Rolls it to Praga, who slips at the crucial moment, and Rangers are able to clear out to Sharmiti on the left side. It's Hearts 0, Rangers 1, bang on the 30-minute mark. Sharmiti takes it for a run down the left, slips it through to Andreas Skov Olsen, the edge of the Hearts box. He finds Moore. Now it's Raskan. Raskan's ball forward, easily cut out by Beningame though, but Tavernier picks up the scraps and gives it back to Raskan, facing his own goal. Passes it back to Diamonde into the centre circle for Chiga. You can hear the Hearts supporters trying to rouse their team here, because they've not yet really recovered from the setback of losing the goal scored by Dijon Sterling. But they've won the ball back here, though Kizaridis gives it away in double quick time. Hearts fans are angst-ridden right now, Ryan.
Yeah, they need to find their way back into this. Everything's a bit scrappy, and
Fernandez driving forward. He's found Moore. Mikey Moore on the turn. Skov Olsen as an option. He's at the edge of the box, and then his pass forward's cut out by Kingsley. Hearts clear. Chikwani for Tavernier. He can't keep it in. Hearts throw in midway inside their own half.
Yeah, they need to just settle down. They need to take their time here. They've got to throw in, just maybe take a minute or so, get yourselves back together, get a breath. I mean, every time they won the ball back there, they gave it straight back to Rangers. Rangers doing exactly what they should do. They're keeping the ball well. They've obviously got a bit of confidence off the goal. Hearts just need to dig deep and find their way back into this game.
Kevin, the balance of probabilities that Hearts will score at some point. So at what point does Danny Rule push for a second?
Yeah, listen, I think the game's there for them, Liam, really. I think Diamande, Chukwueze and Raskin are really making it difficult for Beningame and Leonard. They're struggling to really get on top. They're making the game really big. You can see Diamande's out here in front of us. Raskin's high. It allows Chukwueze to sit in that sixth position, and it's really making it difficult for Leonard and Beningame to get on top of the ball, which is catalyst for how good Hearts have been ratting around. You think of Cammy Devlin at his best, and they're struggling to get a foothold in the game at the moment.
That's where they miss him, isn't it? It's Chukwueze in the centre circle, rolls it out to Diamande on the near side, forward to Scott Olsen. He's got it wrong, straight to Finlay. He's in, he just flicks it back to Finlay, and out to Kingsley wide on the left, though he's the latest to give it away. There's Scott Olsen beaten to it by Beningame, then brings the Hearts midfielder down. He's doing well to avoid a yellow card here. This Scott Olsen. You're right, he looks quite flat, doesn't he, for an international class player?
I would just expect so much more of him. I'd expect him to be dictating games, asking for the ball. He doesn't even look as if he's actually down there speaking. You know, that way you would expect.
Just it's body language. He looks lackadaisical.
He just looks. You would expect any time Tavernier gets the ball, he'd maybe make two movements. He would go long to come and get it short, or just do something. He genuinely looks as if he's at home with his feet up. I mean, as I said, Tom was seen him a lot more than what I just expect better.
Leonard takes the free kicks, won by Hearts initially. Finlay, it comes off Fernandez, and Butland gathers it with both gloves. Latters to the ground and wipes out his teammate at the same time. Fernandez well dealt with by Rangers on this occasion. Got 11 and a half minutes to go until the half-time interval, and it's Rangers who have the advantage here on Sportsound and BBC Radio Scotland, on digital, on sounds, online at bbc.co.uk/sportscotland. Highlights to come on Sportscene this later this evening. Sharmiti for Rangers, he's dinked it through towards Raskan, and a really important header by Leonard, puts it behind for a corner, because if he's not there, Raskan's got the goal right in front of him.
It's brilliant, that, Liam, it really is. Sharmiti, great first touch under real pressure, then he's got the quality to swivel away, then he picks out Raskan, a brilliant run, blind side, as you mentioned. Leonard, tracky backy as I like to call it, you know, and flicks it out for a corner, but brilliant play initially for Sharmiti. Great first touch out the sky, long for Jack Butland. Another opportunity for Rangers to pile the pressure on.
James Tavernier over it as Rangers look for a second goal, and Danny Rule will be delighted they're in front in the game, given they've been 2-0 down in the last couple against Falkirk and Motherwell. Tavernier will take in, swinger with the right, puts into the near post this time. Sterling can't do anything other than force it straight off Shankland, who tries to clear, but it's gone to Scott Olsen. Still high up the pitch, Rangers here. Scott Olsen on the turn, infield to Tavernier, lays it back to Diamande. It's a lovely ball to the left side of the box. Scott Olsen can't do anything with it though. That was promising if he was able to turn that back across the face of goal. They 2 or 3 in blue shirts waiting in front of the Hearts goal. It was behind for the goal kick. It stays Hearts 0, Rangers 1. Ryan.
Rangers look more dangerous than Hearts at the moment, don't they? Every time they sort of go forward, you can feel that they can maybe get on the end or something. As Tomo was saying, there was a great run from Raskin. No matter how good a defender you are, if you're Chermiti and you hold the ball up like that, no matter how good you are as a defender, you cannot get that back off him. And to actually have the skill to hold it in and then turn around and play that ball into Raskin. A great run from Raskin and good defending from Leonard, but Rangers definitely look better than Hearts at the moment.
Leonard's won the ball midfield and his long pass out to the right for Chesnikov. Too much on it, it's right through to Butland, who holds on to it. And these two, again, massive games to come at the weekend. Hearts are at Motherwell on Saturday evening. So the team's caused them problems this season. And of course Rangers cross Glasgow to take on Celtic on Sunday, midday kickoff. Rangers on the ball here with Chukwueze left of the centre circle, and in field to Diamande, who squares it to Giga. Giga then out to Tavernier on this near side. I think his final handful of matches in his Rangers career. Scott Olsen lays it in the path of Moore. He's driving up to the Hearts box. He's gone all the way here himself at the moment. Along the 18-yard line he goes. Maroon shirts in the road. To the left for Sterling. Back to Chukwueze, and then to Sterling again over on that left-hand side. The momentum from that attack's gone, and it looked like they were in a good position thanks to Mikey Moore's run. It's in the centre circle here. Rangers pick up Ejiga. They got a man down over on the left. There's a late challenge which might be revisited by the referee. Rangers though in possession, and Ejiga's actually going to turn it out because Fernandes looks as though he might need some treatment, and the yellow card's out as well, Kevin Thompson.
Yeah, I think he just leaves one on him, does Shankland, as you'd expect, Liam. You know, they're starting to get chased a wee bit, Hearts. They get moved from side to side. I think when Mikey Moore's starting to influence the game, I think Raskin's a real difficult one at the moment for Hearts to tie down because he's got such a bundle of energy. And what Ryan mentioned earlier, Liam, about Shermetta getting a hold of the ball, if he does get a hold of it and give Rangers a platform, you know that 9 times out of 10 a maroon jersey will be really tight, so it creates a wee bit of space in behind. And Raskin's been the one for Rangers, more so him than any other, that have utilised these spaces left with the Hearts rear guard.
Mikey Moore's definitely the one just now, isn't he? You could see him, he was floating across the park there, and Steinvender was coming in, and he doesn't know whether to go all the way with him or leave him and then sort of pass him on. And you can see that Derek McInnes had shouted Beningame over there to sort of a word, and Beningame's now speaking to the other boys to try and pass on some sort of information. From
a Rangers point of view, it's going to be interesting, Kevin, to see how long Moore lasts in this game.
Yeah, you can see him. I think he'll last as long as he blows out, Liam, to be fair. He's such a talisman for this team. When he's in full flow, he's a joy to watch. I just think Hearts at the moment, I don't know if Ryan's the same, but since Chesnikov's went over the far side, his energy in the middle of the pitch, albeit he was playing wide, but he was coming in and doing a real good job for this Hearts team when the ball was turning over. Like Ryan mentioned, straight line runs back, picking up so many second balls.
Yeah, it's kind of phased out since they switched him.
Just having a little look back at the goal that separates the team, scored by Dujan Sterling for Rangers. It is a massive deflection off Steinvender. It's taken it, it's completely bamboozled Follow, that's why he's not getting to it. Anyway, it's game on again here. Rangers 1-0 up, and Sharmiti is a dreadful touch. Hearts almost in. He's been bailed out by Nasser Jiga, who drives into midfield, slips it to Skov Olsen, who launches it high forward for Diamonde's chasing after it, and then Chesnikov wipes him out. Free kick Rangers, right at the edge of the Hearts box. The Hearts fans howling their derision at the decision, but Chesnikov appeared to completely wipe out Diamonde at the edge of the Hearts penalty area there. It's left to centre, closer to the left angle of the box than the D.
Yeah, he jumps into the back of him, Liam. There's no doubt it's a free kick. And it comes for that long ball again. Skov Olsen comes in, plays in behind. Hearts scrambling back to their own goal. This time it's Diamande exposing that space that's left by the Hearts rear guard. I don't think he can have any qualms. Chesnikov, right?
No free kick for me.
I'm
joking. No, listen, again, that's his sort of make-up. He's desperate to try and get back and defend. It's sort of attacker or a forward-thinking player's defending sometimes. He's just desperate to try and get his head on it, and he goes straight into the back of Diamonde.
The Hearts fans furious with some of the decisions making. They've not got a good record when John Beaton's been the referee, so I'm pretty sure that is going to be in their thinking as well. A similar disdain for Willie Collum. He didn't have a good record in games that he was in charge of, and a couple of red cards they didn't like that Collum administered in games involving them. There's a little bit of a conversation going on between Beaton and a couple of Rangers players who are standing in front of the Hearts wall. Tavernier is over the free kick. Rangers looking for a second into the final 5 minutes of the first half we go. Powder keg Tynecastle.
He'll fancy this.
Tavernier stands over, he goes right footed straight into the wall, and it comes away back out to the far side, where Tavernier tries to keep it in play and keep the Rangers players up the park here. Long ball Tavernier to the edge of the Hearts box. The header's won there by Fernandes, away by Halkett. The slice from Chikwani, it breaks back Diamonde's way. Now it's Tavernier, clips it forward. Rangers looking for a second before the break, headed away by Kingsley. Diamonde decides not to take the touch, and that almost cost them, but they've won it back through Chikwani. Now it's Moore back into his own half for Jiga, and out to this near side for Sterling, who launches it long again with the right foot down this near side. Kingsley heads away, helped on its way by Kizaridis, and then Braga nips in ahead of Chikwani, but it's going to break to Emmanuel Fernandes in the centre circle, and he turns it to Tavernier. He's still over on that far side, having taken the free kick a moment ago. Out to Raskin on the touchline, midway inside the Hearts half, shows too much of it though. There to Steinvender as Braga goes down, no free kick. Rangers pick up the ball again, and then it's with Giga in the centre circle. And yeah, the Hearts fans are irked by some of the decisions that are being made here by the official. As Rangers pick up again, still Tavernier, he's over on the left. It's a chip ball into the box, looking for Sharmiti, goes after it, Finlay does just enough, Kingsley gets it clear to the edge of the box, Leonard helps it on its way, Kizaridis can't get onto it, so he nicked it back off Sterling now, and then Braga returns it to him, it's off his toe and out for a Rangers throw in on the near side. It's Hearts 0, Rangers 1, 42 on the clock. But my goodness, this is still so edgy.
I think Derek McInnes will just be looking to get them in at half-time now, settle them down. I think they're going to have to change some sort of shape or personnel. Rangers are absolutely controlling the middle of the park just now, dictating play, moving it side to side. Hearts are struggling to get up. There's actually a bit of space forming between Lawrence Shankland, Claudio Braga, and then the midfield line as well. So yeah, I think if Hearts can just get through to half-time, get in and sort of regroup and then try and change things or regroup again for the second half. The Rangers have done great since they've scored the goal.
And it's relatively even. Rangers do have about 59% possession at the moment. As Tavernier pulls the ball into the box, they look for a second. Sterling's going after it. Steinbender will get there first. He'll clip it clear with the right foot right down that far side, where Moore gets onto it for Rangers. Hearts pressing up now. Moore picks up. It's a long ball towards Sharmiti. Raskan goes after it. Was he on or offside? No flag, but he can't do anything with it. He flicked it over his head into the box. Hearts clear with ease this time. As Giga collects on the halfway line and rolls it to the left for Fernandes. Forward to Moore. Then out to the far side for Sterling. Long ball in the midfield. Easily won by Finlay ahead of Sharmiti. It's going to break to Tavernier though. Kizaridis for company. Goes back to his goalkeeper. Butland takes a touch and an assured ball to Giga, and then back out to Tavernier on the right. He wins the throw in off Shankland. Even just little things like that, you know, players out of possession, chasing, hunting for the ball, winning the throw in, and again that can get the supporters back on side. 44 just about played, 1-0 Rangers. 1 minute is going to be added.
I think for me, Liam, when Hearts are at their really best, they do that more often in the opposition half. They've probably struggled in the last 15-20 minutes to pick up all these second balls to get a real good foothold in the game. Normally they're right breathing down your neck, and at the moment it's Rangers that are breathing down Hearts' neck.
Diamonde's picked Beningami's pocket, found Moore, who slips it out to Raskan. He's midway inside the Hearts half now, support arriving. Raskan's ball's found Sharmiti in the box, up against Finlay, defends it well. Loose ball breaks to Scott Olsen at the right angle of the Hearts areas, now with Diamonde. Slips it out wide left, it's cut out by Beningami and Hearts clear. It's been real menace about Rangers when they've come forward in this first half. They have that 1-0 lead. They're looking for a second, which would thrust them right back into the title battle. Sitting 4 adrift at the moment. Well, clearly the as it stands table takes them back to within 1 with 3 games to play. It's with Chukwuani. Plays it to his left. To Diamonde, then out to the left for Raskans. Managed to keep the ball in play. It's back to Chukwuani inside his own box. Leathers it forward with the left foot. Halkett wins the header. It's now with Moore though. Moore for Rangers, driving down the left side. Turning away from Steinbender as we go into the solitary minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. Rangers 1 up, it's Diamonde. They're looking for a second here. Chukwuani takes over. Movement ahead of him. Decides to turn it back infield to Diamonde. It's almost at walking pace for Rangers as Moore turns away from Beningami. Driving forward, he slipped down behind right side. Tavernier across, it's blocked by Finlay. Scott Olsen's attempt to control is woeful, and Hearts are able to clear, and it stays Hearts 0, Rangers 1. It opened up beautifully for James Tavernier down the right side, and he did everything right there.
It's brilliant play, Liam. You can just see when the ball comes out, this Rangers team, they get it back really quickly. They're suffocating Hearts at the moment. They do look a bit leggy. Beningami, Leonard in the middle of the pitch, Braga. We know how fit these boys are, but they look a bit one pace now, this Hearts team.
Derek McInnes with plenty to ponder as he prepares to get his players in about him in the home changing room here. The boos from some Hearts fans, not for their team but perhaps for the officials, because it is Rangers with the lead here, given to them by Dujon Sterling's second of the season by a big deflection of Michael Steinbender. Huge blow for Hearts, which they've really struggled to recover from as they try and dig themselves back into this. But clearly that goal has been a major setback for them. It came on 22 minutes. Craig Halkett and Toti Chukwueze traded opportunities with their heads before the goal. There's not been too many opportunities for the hosts. Rangers have swarmed all over them at times. Some Tavernier corners have caused problems, but the leaders are in a proper battle here, and it's a big question of their title credentials awaiting them in the second half of this one, because at half-time down the Gorgie Road here, it is Heart of Midlothian 0, Rangers 1.
The Scottish Premiership.
Live on Sports Sound.
Scottish football lives here.
On BBC Radio Scotland.
The Saturday Show with Amy Irons and Stephen Mill.
Would you, if you had the chance, be on the next lunar mission though, Al?
Absolutely. If Katy Perry can go to space, I can go to space.
That didn't go well for her though. That was bad PR for her.
Kim, what do you think then? Have you been excited by the Artemis 2 mission? I'm not sure if your face is telling me that you have been.
You shouldn't be up there.
You should be on the ground. 2 feet on the ground.
That's ridiculous. Get down. I'm one of these people as well that see when someone gets hurt from like extreme sports.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's your own fault.
So listen to The Saturday Show, Saturday at 9 a.m. on BBC Radio Scotland and Sounds.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland with me, Kenny McIntyre. Half-time at Tynecastle, Hearts 0, Rangers 1. Dujon Sterling with that goal on 23 minutes. Looking at the live Premiership table, Hearts top 73 points, ahead of Celtic on goal difference. They are also on 73 points, but as it stands, Rangers closing the gap. They are on 72 points, so all to play for in this second half. It's been an edgy affair, no doubt at all. Kevin Thompson at Rangers have had the edge in that half, and they've actually had chances to increase their lead. You there,
Sorry,
Kevin?
Kenny, I missed that one. Sorry, mate, I missed that one.
I'm just saying
Tom was speaking to me.
That's when they're dominating this game so far, and perhaps me a bit frustrated they're not actually added to their advantage.
Yeah, listen, I thought Hearts started really well, Kenny. I thought they were in the ascendancy. All the scrappy bits, the second balls, the duels, they were getting lots of joy. They hit 3 or 4 in the first 5 or 6 minutes down the left-hand channel onto the top of James Tavernier, and he never really made contact with any. And then the ball goes out for a throw and it goes in your box. It gets the fans up. I have to say, after maybe 15-20 minutes, Rangers started to turn the screw. Yeah, they get a bit of joy. Or a bit of luck, you should say, with the goal. But I think the midfield boys for me, Kenny, added with Mikey Moore when he's dropped in and he's got touches of the ball. Diamande, Chukwueze and Raskin. Raskin's made that Frank Lampard type run where he just runs into the box. He runs beyond the Hearts rear guard, and you're probably right. I think in the end, Hearts will be delighted that it's only 1-0.
Very, very frustrating so far for the Hearts fans. The home support, a large home support as ever there. Ryan Stevenson, what for you has gone wrong in that first half from a Hearts perspective?
But as Tomo said, I think they started really, really well. I think as soon as the corner came in and Chukwueze had that chance that he probably should have scored from underneath the crossbar, it just sort of flipped the full game, and Rangers took a bit of confidence from it, that they had a chance. And the opposite for Hearts, I don't know whether they just got a bit of fear in them because they thought, that should have been a goal, and Rangers just started to dominate. Yeah, they got a bit of luck with their goal, but I think it was sort of coming. And ever since the Diamande goal, I mean, they've been really, really good. They've dominated possession for me. They've moved Hearts about. As Tomo was saying again, in the last 5 minutes or so, their Hearts kind of looked dead on their feet. I don't know whether that's just the nervous energy. And we're about 40 minutes on the clock, as I said in commentary there. I think Derek McInnes I could see him sitting on the bench talking to Paul Shearer. He'd have been desperate to just get the boys in, get a seat, get calmed down, and just try and regroup. They have to regroup. What I will say about Hearts is, any time that they've had their backs against the wall, they somehow manage to find their way out of it. Derek McInnes now is, for me, probably has the biggest half-time talk of his full managerial career. Is how do you go in there and how do you lift them? He will have to do stuff tactically because Rangers have dominated the middle of the park. This is a win for me. He has to go in there and they have to come back out in the second half and they have to find something from somewhere. The fans are trying. I mean, there's been times that the balls went out or they've gave the ball away. and all the fans next to me have been standing up, and they're trying their hardest to edge the boys on. So it's a big 15 minutes in the changing room, and they have to go and try, as I said, go and try and find something from somewhere, tactically and within themselves, to battle and get themselves back in this game.
Tom English alongside the guys there at Tynecastle this evening. Tom, very frustrating for all the Hearts fans that are there. And actually, I watched just in terms of the players, just before half-time there, Lawrence Shankland was pressing just in front of the dugouts there, and the Rangers player just knocked the ball around him. Shankland looked very frustrated. He kind of threw his hands in the air, Tom. It's been a really disjointed first-half performance on the home side.
It has, yeah. And look, and they're putting in a load of effort. They're hard running, hard pressing, but it's not enough. They need a bit more than that. They need composure. They need accuracy, and they haven't had any of that. It has been disjointed. There's total lack of cohesion, really. When they get the ball, they give it away very, very quickly. Rangers look the far more composed side. They look far more comfortable on the ball. They look dangerous. They look to have something about them in the final third. They look dangerous. Through Mikey Moore, the dominating the midfield, as the boys are saying, they look far more confident in themselves. Hearts are running around like crazy, but there doesn't seem to be many cool heads out there. They're playing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I think maybe they just need to just calm down a little bit. You know, they really are. They're almost wanting too much, whereas Rangers have got a lot of kind of calm about them. And they are picking their passes. They haven't been great either, Rangers, but they've certainly been more accurate and more dangerous, and through Mikey Moore in particular, more creative.
Yeah, the goal from a Hearts perspective, Ryan, was really disappointing. Dujon Sterling, it was deflected off Steinway. Now the keeper could do nothing there, but you pointed this out in commentary. Stuart Findlay had to do a whole lot better with a header just before that.
Yeah, listen, as we said in commentary, it comes down the right-hand side for Rangers, and Stuart Findlay gets into an area, and him and Benny Benningham, we don't know who's going to press the ball. It then ends up going out for a throw-in. Benny and Stuart Findlay are arguing between each other as Stuart's running back, and I think that sort of concentration, just that slipping concentration where you're arguing with a teammate, as the ball comes in, he's either misjudged it or he's not got his distances right, and it's hit off the top of his head, and it can happen. Dujon Sterling gets himself into a good area, he has a pop at it, it takes a big deflection, there's nothing you can do about that. But Stuart Findlay, for me, after it as well, has lost a couple of headers against Chermiti, so he has to go and try and find himself again as well. But I think when you look back on it, Stuart Findlay will be really disappointed, because that's food and drink to him. You know, a long throw in coming in, 9 times out of 10 I'm expecting Stuart Findlay to go and take Chermiti out and the ball and head it back out for a throw in. So yeah, a disappointing goal from the Hearts point of view, but as I said, they're going to have to find it within themselves, tactically, and as a player, as a man now, you need to go and find something. This is such a big 45 minutes coming up to get themselves back in this game.
Kevin, talk to me about Skov Olsen. You guys chatted a fair bit about him in that first half. For me, he doesn't look engaged, really. There's just something lacking. There's no intensity about him. There's no doubt the talent's there, but the reality is Rangers fans haven't seen it.
Yeah, I just think it's the way he is. I've never been disrespectful to any of the lads as such, but does he show the enthusiasm, the body language? It looks like he cares. Listen, the career that he's had, there's no doubt he's a top player. Most people would give their right arm to have the career that Skov Olsen had, but at times he looks after the ball well, but he's not been brought in to look after the ball. He's been brought in to change games, to be a match winner, and then you see a young lad like Mikey Moore pick up the ball and he's fully enthusiasm, he's fully personality, and he's a player that risks the ball. He wants to take chances, he wants to get the opposition backline scrambling back to their goal, and you just don't quite get that same sense off his Skov Olsen. But listen, we don't get to watch him every day. I've got no doubt there's a good player in there, and I don't think he's done much wrong, Kenny, to be fair to him, but he's certainly not caught the eye on the flip of that.
So what about Danny Rowe then at half time? Just more of the same? He won't be looking to change anything?
Well, I think he'll want another goal, and it'll certainly silence this home crowd. I think the way they've suffocated Hearts in that last 15-20 minutes of the first half has been really good for a Rangers perspective. I think they've got the ball back quickly. When Braga is so effective, when the ball turns over and he can run the length of the pitch, he can get his team up the pitch. They've suffocated them. There's been a blue jersey, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, around the ball. And when you're a real good Rangers team, normally when you put teams to the sword, Kenny, you suffocate them. You don't allow them to get out. You feel as though they need an extra breath. They're desperate to try and get up the pitch, and Rangers, to be fair to them, they've done that to Hearts in the last 10-15 minutes.
What about Hearts then? What about Derek McInnes? What does he do, Ryan? How does he take control of this game, get themselves back into it?
I think he'll make some. I don't know if he'll make any personnel changes, but I think tactically they have to try and get some sort of hold through the middle of the park. They have to get back to doing what they were doing in the first 10-15 minutes, getting it wide as well. Stephen Kingsley was coming up this left-hand side and getting crosses in the box after the goal. I can't actually remember if they got any more crosses in the box. And I think Tom's probably right as well in what he's saying. That sort of that panic of running about, and yeah, it's brilliant. And do you know what? I was bad for that. I sometimes done that in big games where I would just go off on a tangent and run about, and you can't really do that. They have to sort of calm down, run at the right times, press at the right times as a team. I think that's what Derek will be saying to them, because they were going in ones and twos, not as a full team. You know, maybe Lawrence and Claudio Braga were going in pressing, but the back line was 50-60 yards behind them. They have to try and work as a team, press as a team, and do it sort of calmly, and do it in the Rangers' half. Rangers have been brilliant, because after the first 10-15 minutes, Rangers just started actually playing it in behind Hearts, and it caused Hearts problems. Hearts have to get back to doing that as well, and asking questions of Rangers. But as I said in my first question that you asked, this will be the biggest team talk of Derek's managerial career. Yeah, I genuinely feel that.
Yeah, big second half ahead. Just looking at the stats, Rangers 64% possession, 6 shots to Hearts, 1 on target for the away side. Full second half commentary to come. Now, Sportsound is shortlisted for Radio Times Moment of the Year at the 2026 Audio and Radio Industry Awards for our unforgettable commentary during Scotland against Denmark.
Scotland just need to hold out for a few more seconds. My voice just needs to hold out for a few more seconds. As Hulman has it, he's surrounded. He pokes the ball back. Surely now Scotland will hold on to possession. It's McLean. He's looking to go for goal from the halfway line. It's chipped straight. Glorious! Glorious! Kenny McLean from the halfway line. Scotland 4, Denmark 2. We are returning to the World Cup. What a night!
Yeah, it was the most remarkable night. We could relive that one again and again and again. Now, the key thing is the award is decided by a public vote, so please get behind our team. Voting is now open up until the 8th of May. Go to the Arias Audio Academy and vote for us. We'd really appreciate you doing that. Let's then get back to this game at Tynecastle. Teams will be out in the next couple of minutes. Tom English, and we've spoken a lot about the character of Hearts. They've been questioned many times throughout this campaign. As Ryan said there, what a massive team talk for Derek McInnes during this half-time break. He needs a reaction.
Yeah, he needs a reaction. Rangers have got a lot out of that first half. They are moving pretty well. You know, Giga and Fernandez coming out of centre half, playing passes. Mikey Moore has been very, very good. Raskin has been decent. They look pretty decent, Rangers. I thought it was a very good first half performance from them in the circumstances, in the atmosphere, in the conditions here. But Derek McInnes knows, and he only has to look back to last weekend, that he's got some firepower on the bench. Kurjata and Spittle, they come on and they win the game between them against Hibs. So he knows he has options there, and I think he's going to have to start using them. I mean, maybe, I don't know if he's going to change at half-time, but certainly early in the second half, if the game goes the same way, he's going to have to go to his bench. Don't discount Rangers imploding here. I still think there's a flakiness at the heart of this Rangers team, and you can see them, and the first half they look really good. They can fall off a cliff very, very quickly. I'm not saying they will, but they can do. But Hearts are going to have to be a whole lot better than they have been in that first half. A lot more accurate, a lot more composed, a lot more threatening. You know, their passes, Braga has given the ball away loads of times. They've all been given the ball away because they're rushing things. So I think there's a lot of, there's 45 minutes to go. I think a lot can happen in this 45 minutes.
And so much, Tom, has happened this season. We have all loved being part of this. And when you look at this table right now, there's times when we've all changed our minds who should be favourites, perhaps on the verge of ruling a side out. Hearts 73 points, goal difference plus 30. Celtic 73 points, 27's their goal difference. Rangers up to 72 points, 35 of a goal difference. This looks like going right to the wire this season.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it stays this way and Rangers win the game, I mean, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I would say fair play to Rangers for the first half performance. I don't think too many people fancied them, but they were the dominant team in that first half. They're only halfway to go though, and we know what Hearts are like. Late in games, they can be devastating. The amount of games where they've scored critical goals in the last 5 or 10 minutes, a huge number of games. So I think, never mind the league going to the wire, I think tonight could well go to the wire.
Yeah, I can see changes being made there, so we'll get back to Liam. As I said, Scottish football has been an absolute joy this season. We've been with you every step of the way. Let's get back to Tynecastle. A huge second half ahead. Hearts against Rangers with Ryan Stevenson, Kevin Thompson and Liam McLeod.
Yeah, Hearts have won 4 of their 6 Premiership games against Celtic and Rangers this season. Drew 1, lost the other. The only side to ever win 5 against the 2 Old Firm clubs in a single season are Aberdeen, who managed it 3 times, 77, 78, 79, 80 and 82, 83. Just another little bit of history there on the line for Hearts if they can turn this in their favour. And they were 1-0 down the last time they played here against a vibrant Motherwell team and managed to turn that around to win 3-1. And there was late goals that saw them over the line in that one as Lawrence Shankland kicks off. One change, Blair Spittle's come on for Chesnikov, and it's played back to Leonard, who flicks it up into the air and boots it out to the left side with his second touch, and out for a Rangers throw, and it goes. Hearts going from left to right, wearing the maroon shirts, the white flashes, the white shorts, the maroon socks with the white tops. Rangers in the blue jerseys with the white collars, shorts, socks. As Hearts pick up a free kick over on that far side, trailing 1-0 to the visitors. Derry McInnes making that change. Spittle, who was the hero at Easter Road last Sunday, Ryan, coming on. Yeah,
and he'll play sort of inside. You can see already he's playing sort of inside in that central midfield area, and he'll probably work out to the left hand side, hoping that will give Hearts a bit more pressure and a bit more control in the midfield area.
Chiga's under pressure inside his own box, and Braga's gone down, looking for a penalty there as Rangers clear. Hearts looking to start in the front foot after the turnaround here as Leonard rolls it low out to the left side, and then forward infield to Beningame, back to Leonard and into the centre circle for Halkett, who finds Leonard. It looked like a dodgy moment for Giga inside his own penalty area there as the early ball comes in. Fernandez gets it away with Shankland in behind him. Confirmed the VAR team have looked at that and they are happy for the game to continue. It's played out to Kizaridis on this right side. Important phase in the game for Rangers this. They'll know Hearts will come looking for them here. Beningame square to Leonard and then to Findlay, who turns it out to Kingsley wide the left touchline, level the edge of the D of the Rangers box. In comes the cross as Hearts shoot towards the Gorgie Road end, left to right in the second half. Giving it away though, and Rangers are able to clear. Rangers towards the school end, the Roseburn, where their fans occupy perhaps a quarter of it, maybe just under that, off to the right of it, which is off to our left. We're at the back of the wheat field. It's with Beningame for Hearts, rolls it out to Kingsley on the far side, and then back it comes to Leonard, who finds Craig Halkett, and he spreads the play out to Alexandros Kizaridis on the right, runs into Sterling, whose goal separates the teams though. The loose ball breaks to Mikey Moore, who's now on his bike driving into the Hearts half. Good challenge by Steinbender to win it back though. First real feel of the ball for Spittle as he plays it back to Kizaridis, and then infield to Leonard and out wide right for Blair Spittle. A monumental second half of football this, Kevin Thompson.
Yeah, and they've actually started to invite pressure, Rangers, Liam, which would be the polar opposite of what I would do. I'd play down the sides of Hearts, I'd go on the back foot, but instead they're almost just quite happy to surrender the ball. Diamande giving it away too easy, Mikey Moore giving it away too easy, and you can see the Hearts faithful, they're getting behind their team.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Rangers were in the mid-60s possession-wise in that first half. It's Hearts bossing the ball right now early in the second. Kingsley over on the left, midway inside the Rangers half, finds Beningame, works out towards Braga. There's two, well, it looked like he might have been going for the goal kick, but Giga's put it out for a Hearts throw in case it was a corner. And Stephen Kingsley over at level with the Rangers penalty spot, wide on the left hand side. Chance here to whip the ball in the box, or does he play it short? Doesn't have much of a run up in front of the main stand here at Tynecastle. He bowls it back to Spittle, out to Kingsley, back to Spittle. He's going to cross in here with the right foot, in it comes. Shankland chests it back towards Kizaridis, little back heel. Shankland the left foot. Oh, that was making for goal, diving it away by Fernandez, and lashed high over the bar on the volley by Spittle. Goal kick for Rangers. It's 1-0 to Rangers, but you can hear the reaction from the home fans, who are reacting to the intent being shown by the league leaders at the start of the second half here.
Yeah, good play from Hearts. Blair Spittle's made an instant impact the way he's came on. I think, as I said, playing from that sort of inside position, trying to get on the ball. And don't be kidded, Blair Spittle would have been fuming that he wasn't starting the game, so he'll be on here with a point to prove to the manager as well. Rangers, as Tomo said, surely to God they must have been at half-time saying, do you know what, see for the next 10 minutes, let's just turn them. The second half, the first 10 minutes, just turn them and try and get something.
Yeah, it's a flick for Sharmiti up the other end. Diamande in the Hearts box, pulls it back, and he's away by Steinbender.
Like that, as I was saying, you know, a long kick, a flick on, they get a throw in now, which they've nearly scored off before in the first half.
Tavernier's over it. It's going to be level with the Hearts 18-yard line over on the main stand side. Tavernier, the captain, is over this, as I said. It's the case for Kingsley up the other end. He's not got much of a run up the wall of the stand, but here he goes anyway. Tavernier launches into the box, almost came to Raskan. The ref's blown his whistle, and Hearts have a free kick, a foul on Findlay. He was pointing out that happened in the first half. There's been a couple from Yusuf Sharmiti. It is a Hearts free kick which Swallow takes quickly to Leonard. Short low ball outside his box and out to the right touch line for Kizaridis. To Leonard, a little bit short with that, and it was good chasing down by Diamande, but it comes out for a Hearts throw-in on this near side. 50 on the clock, 1-0 Rangers. The bold throw in there by Steinbender, struck to Raskan. Now it's with Moore, isn't nicked off by Steinbender, flicked back to him by Kizaridis. He tries to get Braga engaged, but the clip ball forward with the left foot evades him, and out for a Rangers throw-in level with their own 18-yard line on this near side. Hearts 0, Rangers 1. And you've just got to, Kevin, look at this second half and realise for both teams how crucial this is.
Yeah, the stakes are so high, Liam, isn't they? And it's nerve-wracking for both teams, both sets of fans, there's no doubt, because the stakes are so high, and that's what being at the top of the league brings.
Absolutely. There's Braga out to Kizaridis on the near side, flicks it back to Braga. He's level with the Rangers penalty stop. He comes back level with the 18-yard line, crosses in with the left, headed away by Fernandez though, up towards Sharmiti. It's flicked away by Halkett. Moores touches poor, straight to Braga. It's now with Leonard. Side football back into the centre circle for Stuart Findlay. Strides forward with it. Rolls it out left for Kingsley. Looks for the big switch for Kizaridis. He's in loads of space if he can control, which he can. Looks up, gets the cross in. It's too high for everyone in maroon. And Rangers dump it away through Skov Olsen. Leonard's cushion header for Beningame. Hearts have started the second half well, trailing 1-0, but on the offensive. As Findlay's ball comes off Sharmiti and out for a Hearts throw-in. And Danny Rule will be a little bit concerned with the start of the second half from his team.
Yeah, you can see them, Liam. He's egging them to get forward a wee bit. You can actually see the guys behind them, which are the players. I don't know if it's Liam Kelly, but he's egging them to get up a wee bit. They've certainly started too deep this second half, Rangers.
Kizaridis in field to Spittle, headed away by Fernandez, only as far as Kizaridis. He's becoming more and more involved. Braga gets it from Spittle, rolls it to Beningame, looks for Shankland, it's broken back to Braga, who shoots, and Butland holds on. Down low to his right, but it is so much better from the league leaders, though they still trail 1-0 here at Tynecastle against Rangers.
Oh, they've started brilliant, Ryan. They've been on the front foot. I know that's such a cliche thing to say, but Beningame and Leonard have probably touched the ball and had more control in this first 5 minutes than they did in the last 30 in the first half.
Yeah, they've been miles better. Too good chat. Kizaridis' ball in. That's the only thing with Blair Spittle sort of playing in the way. It was a good ball in from Kizaridis.
Long ball up to Diamande at the edge of the Hearts box, turns it back to Sharmiti. One touch, then two touches, too many, and Hearts clear, and there's a foul by Raskan and Halkett. Oh no, there isn't. The ref's playing on. Raskan back to Skov Olsen, who's shot straight at Swallow, who holds on. And it stays Hearts 0, Rangers 1 on 53 minutes, but in a flash, Rangers up the pitch. I have to say, I thought there was a free kick coming there, but the referee disagreed.
Oh, you got it. The flip of that, Liam, is if Halkett's obviously not been touched and John Beaton deems it that it's tried to steal a free kick, it really should be a yellow card for Halkett.
Long ball, Braga helps him on its way to Shankland. He's got his back to goal, he's on his own, he's pulled it back a little bit too much on it, but Spittle's on it now. Out wide right, Kizaridis gets under control eventually, he's in the box, he's on the left foot, he shoots off the post, the rebound's in, no! And it's Stephen Kingsley! Stephen Kingsley! And that roar goes up into the skies above Gorgie as the Hearts supporters celebrate the equaliser against Rangers through Kingsley. On the rebound, it bounced to him perfectly and he lashes it beyond Butland. And the league leaders are back on terms and Rangers have a problem again all of a sudden. In the capital, it is Heart of Midlothian 1, Rangers 1.
Just when you thought the chance had gone, Kizaridis hits the post. But it comes straight back and Stephen Kingsley from left back would have been told to go on, try and back things up. And I guarantee you, see when that's bounced back off the post, he's just thinking, look, he's actually stabbed it into the ground as we watch the replays. Just get good contact on it, get it back towards the goal. And Hearts are right back in it, but as Tomo was saying, Rangers have caused their own problems here because they have started the second half. I cannot believe the way they've started the second half. It's bigger 3 points, up 1-0 at half time. You know Hearts are going to come out and have a go at you. Get up the pitch, they haven't, but credit to Hearts. Hearts have started this second half absolutely brilliant. And we talked about the half-time team talk. Him bringing Blair Spittle in has made a massive difference for me.
He had to make a change, right? And you're right, you can hear this place is rocking now. Kizaridis brilliant initially, but all too easy. And I know Kingsley gets a wee bit of luck because it comes right to him, but when we watch the cameras in the corner of the wheat field there, he's the first to react. Scove Olsen, James Tavernier, both watching the ball. I'm not so sure they could have stopped it. The Hearts have been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, this place is absolutely bouncing now. Hearts back on level terms within 10 minutes of the restart. Rangers have a goal kick which Butland's going to take long with the right foot here. What have Rangers got now? Because they've become embroiled once again. The second goal didn't come. Now they're back on all square. But here they come with Raskan getting it from Diamonde. Shows way too much of it to Kizaridis. Won back well by Sterling, but gives it away straight to Beningame. He slips it into the midfield. Can't find Shankland. Diamonde's onto it. Now it's with Tavernier. Shoots from distance. Skies it right into the Roseburn. Over the bar. And it's on 56 minutes. Hearts 1, Rangers 1.
Tom, I'm just looking at it. They've gone 3-5-2, Hearts.
It actually could end up really open, right? That's what I was thinking. They went 3-5-2.
And then just Blair Spittle just off the front two.
Aye. And it's amazing that obviously he goes to a flat free with Beningame and Leonard, but as you mentioned just earlier a few moments ago, the fact that he's come inside and suffocated the Rangers midfield. Raskin's playing too close together now, Chukwane's playing too close together. You could throw a hat over the 6 of them in there, and that suits Hearts for me. It doesn't suit Rangers.
Yeah, those three you mentioned aren't getting a touch right now, having bossed things in the first half. Raskan, Chukwane and Diamonde.
Look at them, Liam, they're playing too close together. They're literally, 10 yards apart at the moment, yet we were waxing lyricals on how Diamonde or Raskin were running beyond how stretched they made the game for Hearts.
Fernandez for Rangers, finds Moore at the edge of the box, rolls it back out to Sterling, then back to Mikey Moore, left side of the box, level with the 6-yard line. Good challenging there by Steinvender to win it back though. Kizaridis' attempted clearance is blocked, he comes back to his own box and eventually Hearts are able to get it away. Out on the left, Raskan gives chase. Leonard for company, comes bouncing off Leonard and out for a Rangers throw-in down by the corner flag on the near side. It's 1-1 here in the capital.
It's amazing that energy changes, doesn't it? Just that goal, the stadium's bouncing. The Hearts players, I did think Leonard, they obviously needed that help for Blair Spittle, and it's a real clever move for Derek McInnes so far. But Beningame and Leonard look dead on their feet, and now they look like they're full of energy.
It's the two left backs on the score sheet. Sterling for Rangers, Kingsley for Hearts. Throw in Rangers, long one coming up down on the left side here. Tavernier bowls it into the box towards the 6-yard line. Shamiti's up there and Fernandez gets the header, and it's comfortable for Swallow, who holds on, and Fernandez has gone down, as is Steinvender. I'm not sure if that came as a result of the attempted header. It was Fernandez who was climbing over Steinvender, and they're both injured now. But it's 1-1, 2 minutes shy of the hour mark here. And does Danny Rowe look to his bench right now, Kevin, I wonder?
I don't think he could envision. I think he's got to be really understanding that Hearts would come out of the traps for him. They have to. But this is a game that Rangers need to win. So as it starts to get to the later stages, there's no doubt that Hearts could play in the counter-attack. They're in the ascendancy. So it's going to be interesting to see what Danny Rowe does, because he's got guys like, Asgard. Nadiri's obviously back in the bench, not played much football. Antman's back, obviously. Gassama, he's certainly got firepower in front areas, but it'll be interesting to see what he does, because at the moment all these second balls, all the wee bits that are so important in these games to get a foothold, Hearts are winning them all.
And a draw is of absolutely no use to Rangers whatsoever at this stage, with 3 games to go after this one. Rangers with Celtic on Sunday at Parkhead. Hearts are at Motherwell on Saturday evening, 8 o'clock kickoff for that one. Of course, both games live on Sports Sound across the weekend. Hearts then welcome Falkirk here next Wednesday. Rangers are at home to Hibs. Celtic then have to go to Fir Park, and then that's you onto the last weekend of the campaign. Hearts have got to be looking at, they can win this game and then beat Motherwell. They've got to hope, I'm sure it's crossed Derek McInnes' mind, can they get the league title won before they go to Celtic Park? Can they get into that position? Everyone talks about Motherwell being the spoilers in this title race right now. Motherwell aren't in it. They've drifted in the last few weeks. 1 win in 7, I think it is now. And that was at Ibrox. They've drifted a bit, but they've still got a big role to play. And Hearts and Celtic have still to go to Fir Park. Those are huge tests for both of them, aren't they?
Yeah, Hearts have got a terrible record at Fir Park, and I think as bad as their recent form has been outside the Rangers game, you do know when they click, they're a very, very good team. I mean, I done the game here a couple of weeks ago and they were absolutely outstanding in that game. So it'll be a difficult game. Right now, Derek McInnes will just be, all he'll be thinking about, and the players, all they'll be thinking about is, we can get another goal here, and it would be such a big 3 points if they could get it here today. So can they now go on for this last 35 minutes, and go and get that second goal? I mean, what a massive result it would be for them. Obviously Celtic getting 3 points yesterday. I would imagine their players and staff will be sitting in the house watching this game, and if Hearts manage to come back and get 3 points as well, psychologically, what does that do to them as well, get into their game next week?
Where do you think a draw would leave Hearts if it ends up a point apiece tonight, Kevin? I mean, you would probably count Rangers out, even though it doesn't increase the gap. With just 3 games to go, it's 2 results they need on 2 teams, really.
Yeah, certainly.
Particularly on Hearts. Where would you read them? Because right now, as it stands, they could go to Celtic Park with a 3-point lead, and it would be goal difference would be in their favour as well at the moment, as it is.
Yeah, quite incredible, isn't it? But I think a point tonight, Liam, for Hearts, as long as they don't come out this game getting beat, I think it still puts them in pole position. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, the Old Firm game next weekend, so there's something going to need to give.
Danny Rowe has to throw the kitchen sink at this. The longer it goes, if it gets to 80 minutes and it's still 1-1, he has to go for it.
Game on again here. Both players who were down are back on. Steinbender's got the bandage wrapped round his head. Rangers pick up a throw-in over on the far side. It's 1-1. There's another player down now, though. Over on the far side.
I think if it goes to the latter stages, Liam, right, I think Rangers will end up really all over the shot with at least 5 or 6 attacking players on the pitch, and then it'll come to, if Hearts got the composure and the quality to play an extra pass, they hurt Rangers on the counter, but I think it'll be gung-ho. There's no doubt about that.
They're almost as well gambling, because they're as well losing as they are drawing this game.
100%.
Throwing Rangers level the edge of the centre circle, but the time Tavernier releases the ball down the right side into the Hearts half. It goes. There's a push though on Halkett on the far side, and that's going to be a free kick to Hearts over there. Scrappy few minutes with the injuries as well, and it is 1-1 here at Tynecastle. Stephen Kingsley cancelling out that Dujon Sterling goal. It was Kingsley's 3rd of the season. Could be so important as Hearts look to create history. First time since 97-98 we've had the top 3 all within 4 points of each other at this stage. Raskan, a clearance from a long ball's helped him his way back into the Rangers box, where Giga under pressure from Braga gets it back to Butland, who then underarm pulls it out to the right for Tavernier. field to Chukwani. His attempted ball up the pitch, charged down by Spittle, and behind for the goal kick.
Tomo, why is Jack Butland throwing him the ball there?
That's why I'm shaking my head, right. I don't know why he doesn't just catch it, put it on the floor and kick it 70 yards down Hart's throat.
Because the thing is, he puts him under so much pressure that they're then trying to just launch it long.
You see Kingsley jump, as soon as he rolls it to him, he's already watching Jack Butland do it. He runs straight to James Tavernier. He's now coming inside on his left peg, leaves a slow one to Chukwani, and it just allows Blair Spittle to go and have a bite. Talk about bad management of the game.
Every goal, every point, so crucial. Shankland on this near side, flicks it down the line. Spittle goes after him. What on earth was Chukwani doing there as he slid in on the ball? He then slides in on Spittle, who wins the corner. Hearts corner, and these fans here, they absolutely believe that this team has got the answers.
I tell you, Tom said at half-time that Rangers actually have the capability to fall off a cliff, and see right now they're not far, they're on the edge of that cliff.
They've not put in a 90-minute performance at all really this season. Good in the first half, but they've been majorly second best in this as Leonard takes an out-swinging corner into the box, knocked away, breaks to Diamonde, who looks to slip in. Mikey Moore, who's been on the periphery of things in the second half, but he's managed to get the break of the ball against Kizarides, and he's driving forward as Moore up to the edge of the box, comes off Steinbender and behind for Rangers for second half corner. Could have been worse for Hearts there because Tavernier and Scott Olsen are over on the other side of the box waiting for the ball to reach them.
I shouldn't have said that, should I?
That's when he's at his best, isn't it? He's a joy to watch when he gets into full flow. Mikey Moore just drifts inside. Kizarides a wee bit unlucky tracking back, and you're right, Liam, if he'd got it through, Scott Olsen was breathing down on the Hearts goal.
Tavernier over the corner on this near side. 65 played, one apiece. An in-swinging corner from Tavernier at the school end here at Tynecastle. His hands in the air as he waits to put it into the box. It doesn't get past the first man, who's Shankland at the near post. Breaks back to Moore on this near side. Little ball in field to Scott Olsen. He decides to go back all the way to Butland. Now the centre halves are up the other end of the pitch and up the back pedal. Butland launches it all the way back through to Swallow, who gathers. It's Hearts 1, Rangers 1. Less than 25 minutes of the 90 to play. Up it comes towards Shankland. Bounces off Sterling and out for the Hearts throw, and everything's going Hearts' way right now.
I'd make a triple sub now, Liam. If I was Danny Roll, I'd make a triple sub right this second.
Well, there is activity. I'm not sure how many are coming on, but there is activity on the Rangers bench over there on the far side, the main stand side. Hearts are throwing up the pitch with Steinbender. Bowls it towards Braga, chests it back to Shankland, breaks to Kizarides, dances into the box, right side, fires it in goal, and held on to by Butland at his near post. Stays Hearts 1, Rangers 1. Alexandros Kizarides has burst back into form since the break here because he's been subpar in recent weeks, which is why he was dropped from the starting 11 at Easter Road last weekend. He's been excellent since the restart.
That's like the Kizarides at the start of the season, isn't it? Energetic, getting at players.
From Rangers, the dummy from Moore, from Raskan, from Moore's ball was aimed at Scott Olsen, but doesn't find its way through. Though Sterling's been chopped to the ground by Kizarides midway inside the Hearts half, left to centre. Absolutely fascinating fare here on Sportsound this evening. It's first place third in the Premiership. It's a point apiece as it stands, one apiece, heading towards the final third, or the final quarter rather, as Rangers prepare to make a change over there. They are approaching the final third with this free kick. Tavernier's over it.
It probably was a free kick there, but Kizarides would not thank Craig Halkett for that ball he played to him. He absolutely fizzed it into him.
So Tavernier over the free kick. There's a group of players to the right of the D, the edge of the Hearts box. Scott Olsen and Tavernier. It's going to be Tavernier, clips it in, right hand side of the area. It's headed half away and then controlled and cleared by Findlay. Launches it out to the far side. Diamonde's touch takes it to Spittle, who clears. And that goes out of play. Was it? Stayed in somehow. And Tavernier right in the touchline the far side, midway inside his own half, rolls it back to his goalkeeper. He hasn't clearly been a guaranteed player for Hearts this season, Blair Spittle. He came up with that massive goal at Easter Road last Sunday. They struggled to break down 9-man Hibs, and what an important one it could prove to be as he turned 1 point into 3 late on in the derby. It's back with Butland at the edge of his own box. It is so finely balanced here. Played forward by Jiga for Chermiti, goes down, free kick, fouled by Halkett. You don't need me to tell you what the Hearts fans make of the decision from John Beaton, or perhaps from Ryan to my right.
And that's a free kick. I mean, Chermiti's doing everything right, trying to hold it in, I get that. Craig Halkett's trying to come through the back of him. I just think Craig Halkett just gets a nick on the ball there.
It's too tight though, Ryan.
Probably.
But no need to be too tight, is there? Just jockey, really. As soon as you get tight enough to show him back the way, you've done your job. Because the bit is, you get tight and then you get rolled, you leave the space in behind you.
Right, Kevin, it's Gassama for Skov Olsen. Just the one change rather than the 3 that you were calling for.
I thought he would sacrifice Skov Olsen. Liam, I thought he would take one of the midfield players off, Diamande or Chukwane. I thought he would potentially have went with 2 up front and almost went with a 2-4, with a front 4 that he's done in different times. Mikey Moore obviously has to stay in the pitch because he's a match winner.
Tavernier's free kick in the box, but there's a shove by one of the Rangers players up from the back. I think it was Jiga. In fact, it might well have been Fernandez, and indeed it was Fernandez, and will be a free kick to Hearts inside their own penalty area here. We're hurtling towards the final 20 minutes. Rangers essentially got 20 minutes plus stoppage time to save their season. It is as simple as that.
Well, I just think you make Halkett and Finlay have to go and defend man for man, Liam, if you put the extra man up front. You're starting to get to championship minutes now. Players are starting to get tired. People lay a leg in. Balls are going to come in the box. It's going to become really open.
Blair Spittle's done brilliantly since he's come on. He's just won another header from a long ball, which has led to a Hearts throw, which is level with the edge of the D of the Rangers box. Kingsley back the way. It's played in towards the edge of the area. Jiga with the challenge. Still Spittle. Works it out wide left. Kingsley at the byline. Pulls it back. Chance Shankland!
What a goal that is. I tell you something, Tomo, that is not an easy finish. That is a ridiculous finish. Blair Spittle, as you're just saying there, Liam, been brilliant since he come on, plays it down the line. Kingsley's across, comes back, and everything just goes into slow motion as you see it coming back. And Lawrence does what Lawrence does. Unbelievable left-footed finish.
Hearts are in again, potentially. Shankland and Braga battling, but it's Sterling's there, and he's hauled. Kizaridis down right in the 18-yard line. Now, that's not far off being in the box. Kizaridis goes down, and Hearts have a free kick, and Rangers' heads are swimming.
They're all over the place, Liam. They're on the ropes for this Rangers team. We spoke about personality, and Tom mentioned it. They could implode, and they have. What a finish for Lawrence Shankland. All the people from a Rangers perspective, you wouldn't want it to follow. But what a finish. On his left side as well. It's a brilliant finish. No chance for Jack Butland. And this place is absolutely rocking.
I tell you, that is honestly, Liam, that is such a hard finish to do. He's actually going back towards us. He's taking a step back to then hit it with his left foot, which is his weaker foot. But the contact so pure, so clean.
It's easy a Rose Ed one, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Wonderful finish.
That's Lawrence Shankland's 7th goal in his last 11 Premiership games against Rangers. Nobody has scored more goals against Rangers in the last 3 years than Lawrence Shankland. And what a crucial one it is as well, with 73 just about in the clock, and Hearts have a free kick as they look to put this game to bed.
Stephen Kingsley and Blair Spittle have been amazing as well.
Kingsley and Leonard stand over it. Two-man Rangers wall, right side of the box. Kingsley lays it back the way to Spittle. Oh, it's not far away. It's taken a touch and it's gone behind for a Hearts corner. He's not far away, and the thing is, you're thinking he's going to have a pop at goal himself from the free kick here, because Kingsley's more than capable of finding the top right corner there, or the other side. But when you've got player Spittle in your team, you can see why they tried to work that.
If he saved that, right, that's an unbelievable save for Jack Butland. Yeah. Unbelievable, great contact, almost Shankland-esque, albeit the ball was a wee bit higher. Brilliantly worked.
Hearts corner, and that must have been fingertips. Leonard out-swinging corner. The Hearts fans have played their part this evening for sure. Leonard to take the corner, right-footed into the box. It comes, the header over the bar. There it was Stuart Findlay who scored against Rangers here the last time they were in town. It's over the bar, and now Danny Rowe's going to make the triple change, because Rangers need to score 2 unanswered goals in this absolute bear pit of an arena. Coming on for them, we'll get the subs out of the way here. Mikey Moore is having to come off. I did wonder, didn't think he'd last the 90 minutes. Taylor Asgard's going to replace him. Sterling is coming off to be replaced by Tuur Romans, who's been injured recently. And Nikola Raskan, who's been a bit part player in the second half, is coming off, and Ryan Nadiri makes his return from injury. Rangers' title hopes are on life support, Kevin Thompson.
Yeah, I can't believe how they played in the second half, Liam. For being brilliant in the first half, a slow start, but then they got to grips. They've utilised the 3. Derek McInnes had made one change really at half-time in Blair Spittle to try and nullify the Rangers 3 in midfield, and Rangers have not had the answers to deal with it. They've played too many lacklustre passes to allow this Hearts midfield and front line to press them, to hurry them into mistakes, and they've been absolutely superb this second half, Hearts.
Diamonde for Rangers, out to Tavernier, long ball into the box it comes. It's headed away by Halke with Sharmiti lurking behind him. Kingsley then swipes it up into the air, into the midfield, and Praga heads it on. Shankland's onto it, gets goal side, but he's still inside his own half, but then is ransacked in the midfield by Chukwani. Asgard picks up for Rangers, goes back into his own half. Short ball into the centre circle. Hearts with a 2-1 lead. Rangers need to score twice. It is as simple as that. They've got less than 15 of the 90 to play to do it in. Diamonde to Nadiri, back to Diamonde, out wide left Chukwani, down the line for Shamiti. Romans wants it, he's trying to play it across, comes off Halkett. The corner will be prevented there by Leonard, he smashes it up the pitch. Shankland tries to take it down, and then it's slipped out to this near side for Kizaridis. Fernandez with the challenge. Now it's Romans, back to Fernandez, fouled by Leonard, free kick Rangers on this near side, just beyond the midway point of the Hearts half. Rangers need something to happen, and soon. 14 to play. Hearts 2, Rangers 1.
Not just his goal, Liam, but Shankland's been brilliant in the second half as well. When the ball goes forward for Hearts with a wee bit less quality, he just finds that lovely 10 position, and he just looks after the ball so well for the team. Slows it down, uses his body, buys his team a wee bit of time.
Tavernier over the free kick on the near side. Benson looks way too close to Schwallow, punches away, it's headed back for goal, and up the bar by Asgard. Kasama helps it back towards goal, headed over his own bar by Halkett. Rangers corner. Asgard's got his head in his hands. It looped over Schwallow, bounces off the goal frame, and Hearts put it behind for the corner through Halkett.
Schwallow actually does well there in the initial punch, but I mean, Asgard's probably done everything right to get it back on the target, but just that probably an inch too high to hit the crossbar. Big chance. Just shows you how quick it could turn again.
And seconds continue to tick away. There's a man on the deck. It's a man in maroon. He's getting back to his feet. I think it's Leonard. Not sure if something went on as the players, the group at the back post, were waiting for Tavernier to take the corner.
Rangers might have this little spell. Teams always have little spells in games, and this might be their spell. Hearts need to navigate their way through it.
Tavernier's corner goes to the back post. The Hearts head onto it. Findlay gets it away. Back in by Romans. Back to the 6-yard line. Halkett wins it again. How good a season's he had. Been injury-free as well.
I tell you, I was just about to say that, Liam. He has been unbelievable this season.
Absolute colossus. And I mean, it's amazing he's not been selected for the national team, to be honest.
Agreed.
It will be Tavernier with a throw-in over on the far side. Bowls it in towards the Hearts box. This time it's a Rangers head Giga, but it's away by Kingsley. Spittle goes down at the edge of his box. No free kick. Leonard gets it away. Joe Romans is onto it. Has to go all the way back to Butland. 12 minutes left. Hearts 2, Rangers 1. As things stand, Rangers would be 7 adrift with 9 points to play for. They will not be winning the league this season. We will have a 2-horse race unless they can turn this pack round in their favour. Looks unlikely. Steinbender's gone down. Foul by Asgard on this near side. And the Austrian defender has stayed down. He's been in the wars today. He's got the armband or the headband on his head, and he's well, I thought it was a Hearts free kick there. It's actually gone for a Rangers throw.
I mean, I don't think he's given it, Liam. He certainly looked like he caught him, Asgard.
Romans over the throw-in, so it level with the edge of the centre circle in the Hearts half on the Rangers left. A little over 10 minutes of the 90 to play. Romans bowls it to the edge of the box. Halkett heads it away. Tavernier nods it back forward. It comes off Shankland, who flicks it up into the air. Chiguani wins the header ahead of Braga. Halkett wins yet another header, and Kizaridis knocks it forward to Braga. Fernandez slides in, ref didn't like it. Yellow cards out, Braga's down. Fernandez is furious with the decision, as are his teammates. It's a Hearts free kick just outside the centre circle.
I don't think that's a free kick.
Listen, you can't tackle anymore, right? I would hate to see anyone hurt, but it looked like he got all of the ball there, Fernandez. You can see his reaction. Don't want to see, obviously, Braga down on the floor.
Yeah, I thought that was a good tackle, to be honest.
John Beaton didn't think so. Hearts of a free kick. That just takes a little bit of the momentum away from Rangers as they try find an equaliser at the very least. 4 points back after tonight, and you don't see them coming back. 7, no chance. Absolutely no chance. And then they've got to go to Celtic Park on Sunday. Long free kick into the box, in the Rangers box. Shankland wins the header, can't quite find Braga. Rangers clear. And then there's a foul by Sharmiti this time, and that's not going to do his team any favours as he brings Findlay crashing to the ground and into the Rangers technical area. 80 and a half played. Hearts 2, Rangers 1 here on Sportsound live on BBC Radio Scotland. Highlights to come on Sports Scene this evening. And then tomorrow it's the first leg of the Premiership playoff quarter-final. Across the fourth from here, Dunfermline Athletic against Arbroath. The Championship and League 1 playoffs, also first legs taking place in semis. Those two playoff competitions tomorrow night. Free kick Hearts into the Rangers box. Braga can't get the touch onto it from Leonard's ball, and he goes behind for the goal kick. And now Braga's down with a bit of cramp seemingly. Changes coming for Hearts. Kizaridis is going to come off, and classic Derek McInnes is this. Jamie McCart is going to come on, and Braga will be coming off as well, and will be replaced with Pierre-Landry Cabore. Derek McInnes looking to shut up shop here as they move towards yet another 3 oh so precious points. Ryan Stevenson.
Oh, this is the biggest in my lifetime anyway.
How many,
for me?
If they can see this out, how many more points do they need to win the league? 3 games to go. You predicted a
6.
win for Hearts tonight. What do you think? 6?
6. Yeah, 6.
Away to Motherwell, home to Falkirk, away to Celtic. As I said earlier, as Bojan Miovski waits to come on for Rangers, Kevin, Derek McInnes will have it in the back of his mind. Can he win the title before they have to go to Parkhead?
Yeah, I think that'll be the key for them, Liam. I think 4, a wee bit lower than Ryan.
Do you know what I was going to say 4, but I'm trying to edge on the side of caution.
So draw Motherwell, beat Falkirk, that'll do them, you think?
Yeah.
I just wonder how up for Sunday. I mean, obviously it's an Old Firm derby, but these Rangers players, Kevin, unlike a lot of you guys who understood the fixture and what it meant to the supporters, just wonder how up for that they'll be, given this is going to knock them out of the title race as Miovski comes on for Rangers for the closing stages, 2-1 down.
Listen, pre-season, big games, Old Firm games, coming to Tynecastle, going to Easter Road, whatever it may be, Liam, when you represent Rangers, you need to be up for every game. And I don't think the lads are not up for it. There's no doubt. There's not the endeavour, maybe a lack of quality, but we were really complimentary on how good they were in that first half. And then they've just done hated. They've not done anything that they've done good in the first half and the second half.
Romans has found Asgard. Chip ball in the box and a Rangers player down. No penalty. It's Finlay's challenge. And it was JD Gassama who went down. The ref's going to have to stop play to allow attention to Gassama potentially. The Rangers sub going down inside the Hearts box. 83.5 played. Hearts 2, Rangers 1. You do feel Rangers will get one chance.
Yeah,
you feel they'll get one opportunity.
And it's all or nothing for me, Liam. I know that's obvious, but if they don't get out of this game with something, a minimum of a point, I just cannot see any way back.
No penalty here, by the way, incidentally. No, Gassama's on the deck. The Hearts fans, a lot of them are looking around at us for some guidance, but there's no ongoing checks with regards to that. But there's the relief from the Hearts supporters. 6 minutes of the 90 to play. Hearts 2, Rangers 1, and it's in the gloves of Alexander Swallow. He smashes up the pitch. That Shamiti was too close to him, and all Shamiti's doing here is wasting his team's time.
I would be going absolutely nuts at him. I mean, what are you doing? Just let them. He's going to kick up the park. Let him kick up the park. You're sticking a foot out there. It's so petulant. You're trying to get yourself back into a title race here. Your season's basically hanging on the next 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Swallow then with a free kick this time, the edge of his box, launches it forward, heading towards minute 86 as it comes up to the edge of the Rangers box. They managed to get it clear. It's flicked on by Gassama, and the ref's blowing his whistle again. It's going to be a Rangers free kick this time. Well, I don't think a draw's any use for Rangers, but at least they would keep them semi-interested if they could find an equaliser. And Danny Rule is over there, animated, staring at a second Tynecastle defeat this season. Rangers staring at a 4th Premiership defeat of the season. Just the 4 defeats with their draws, which they had across the campaign, are going to be what finishes them off. Of course, Hearts taking full advantage of the fact Rangers and Celtic appointed the worst managers in their respective clubs' histories. This season's helped them along the way, but the consistency, and particularly the home form at Tynecastle, could be about to produce all kinds of headlines. Out to Gassama from Tavernier. Gassama attacking. McCarthy's just on, supposed too much of it to Spittle again. He gets it forward, looking for Kabori, and Chigas to put it out for a throw in on the far side. Derry McInnes with a nifty little touch as well.
How good's he been, Blair Spittle? Defensively, going forward, actually just playing in that position where there'll be times where he won't even be on the ball, but he sits into a position that is making it difficult for Rangers, as Tom was saying, to have a bit of possession that they were having in the first half. He's been absolutely outstanding in the second half.
I mean this in the greatest respect, right? He's so reliable, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. And sometimes that gets overlooked, doesn't it, as a player?
Asgard with an up and under. Halkett wins the header this time. Out it comes to McCart, wide on the left, smashes it up the pitch. Kabori tries to control in the chest, but Gigas there to knock it back to his goalkeeper. Jack Butland plays it short to his left for Emmanuel Fernandez. It's going to be between Hearts and Celtic for the title, unless Rangers can do something in the final 3 minutes plus stoppages that remain here in the capital. Fernandez across the halfway line. Hearts leading 2-1. Fernandez turns it back to Chukwani. Chip ball into the Hearts box, won by Steinwender and headed away, and it breaks to Kingsley. Smashes up the pitch this time. Not a great touch by Chiga. He gets to the head of Kabori though. Now it's with Tavernier. Tavernier shows too much to Spittle this time. Spittle wins it back. Infield to Leonard. Forward for Kabori. He's offside. And Rangers have a free kick, but Hearts have a 2-1 lead, and Kingsley's down with cramp this time. Going to be very interesting to see what's added on at the end of this game, because Hearts are so close now to another 3 points with 3 games to go, 3 points clear with a goal difference advantage of +5. What a chance they have. they're not going to get a better chance. Well, they might get a better chance. They could go from strength to strength next season, but we have not seen the like of this for donkeys.
Incredible, Liam. It really is, and they deserve all the plaudits they get. I think it's only fair. You know, Derek McInnes's staff, all the players. I've always said coming here is brilliant to play as an opposition, but when it is rocking and they're on top of you, it can be difficult. But they've been absolutely sensational, Hearts. You know, not just tonight, finding a way, going behind, probably looking a wee bit dead and buried at half-time. They've had the personality and the character to come out at half-time, a slight change in shape, or you could argue a slight change in personnel, a different profile player, Chesnikov to Blair Spittle, and they've been absolutely brilliant. The energy they've shown, they've defended their box. You've mentioned Halkett on a few occasions. He's been an absolute man mountain at the back, isn't he?
Kingsley off, Kent on for the closing seconds. We're about to go into the 90th minute of the game. I mean, they're applauding Stephen Kingsley, who's obviously got his goal tonight. There's still a lot of nerves around the Hearts supporters right now. They know what's a possibility 12 days from now, Ryan. And 13 days from now, there could be an open-top bus going down Gorgie Road just outside the stadium.
Jeez, and I'll be on that bus. I mean, listen, we don't even want to think about it just now. I think they just need to get the 3 points. But as Tomo said, what an unbelievable turn.
Here come Rangers, long ball forward. Fernandes wins the first header, but Follow beats 3 blue jerseys to it and flops down onto it. There's going to be 7 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the match here.
That's a lot. But as Tomo said, do you know what? That's a band of brothers. That shows you a group of boys who are all in it together, who they would have been in at half-time, they would have known they haven't played that well. Yes, the change of shape and Blair coming on has been really good.
Tavernier seeking Sharmiti. He's chasing it down the left side of the Hearts box. He's kept it in, but his touch takes it back to Kent, who makes the challenge and puts it out for the throw-in and roars at his own fans. Asgard from the quick throw-in. Gets it back to Tavernier to the edge of the box, and then Sharmiti was in an offside position. Romans can't keep it in play, can he? No, throwing Hearts on the near side. The Rangers do have a man down. It's Chikwani at the edge of the box, but it is a Hearts throw-in. Romans has got involved with the crowd, who are not willing to give him the ball back. Leonard helps him out. But we're into the first of the 7 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. Heart of Midlothian 2, Rangers 1. One of the title rivals is about to be eliminated from the equation. And the blue and white part of Glasgow, it will be between the leaders Hearts and the champion Celtic, with 3 matches left. 3 points of an advantage do Hearts have. As it stands, Spittle slices his clearance out for a Rangers throw-in midway inside the Hearts half. Fernandes to Asgar, back to Fernandes on this near side touchline, rolls it back to the halfway line for Giga. One of the 7 minutes has come and gone. Still 2-1 Hearts. Tavernier lifts it out to this near side and it comes off Asgar and out for a Hearts throw-in. It's not a great ball by Tavernier, in fairness. Difficult one for Asgar to do anything with. The Norwegian down there, Scouse-born Norwegian, shaking his head. It is a throw into Hearts on this near side, and Steinbender is in no hurry to take it. So he pulls it up the line, looking for Kabori. Giga gets enough on it to force it to Tavernier, who goes back to Butland. Rangers led this game at half-time and they looked comfortable. They were bossing things, and what a turnaround it has been. Tavernier loses it to Shankland, and now it's picked up by Spittle. Slips it back to Shankland, who's going to look to return the favour. Gets it in behind Tavernier. Tavernier reacts well. Spittle putting the pressure on. Tavernier whips it up the line. It goes out for a Hearts throw-in. 92 on the clock now. Hearts are 5 minutes away from one heck of a result. They've had a few of those this season. Throw-in on the far side, which McCart is over. Pulls it looking for Shankland, frees himself of Tavernier. Kabori can't keep it in play. It's going to be a goal kick to Rangers. Will they be able to force one last opportunity? Hearts have had lots of late goals this season as they make another change, and the skipper's coming off. Lawrence Shankland takes his bow. Yet another goal for him. He takes the season's tally to 18. And he's going to be replaced by Jordi Alcena for the closing minutes. Ryan, that guy is worth his weight in gold to this football club and potentially to his country this summer.
Yeah, unbelievable player, unbelievable captain, and half a chance, bang, goal. You know, what he does, and he's just a special player.
There'll be about 30 seconds added on at the top of the stoppage time, which was 7 minutes. We played 3.5, so there's 4 minutes left. Hearts 2, Rangers 1. Asgard slips it close quarters to Giga and then to Chukwueze. Back to Giga. Rangers on the ball, but they're nowhere near hurting Hearts where they are. Tavernier on the right, back to Giga. Tavernier tells him to knock it up the park, which he does. Into the Hearts box. Sharmiti wins the first header, drops to Fernandez, and a brilliant challenge by Leonard. Fernandez lost sight of it, and Hearts clear. Could have gone badly wrong for Mark Leonard there, and he brought Fernandez down. As Giga launches it forward again. Sharmiti wins the header, diving header away by Kent. And the players from the bench have made an impact. Sharmiti driving down the left of the box, down to the byline, faced by Steinbender, gives it back to Steinbender who clears. Still Hearts lead 2-1. Kabore battling with Chukwueze, losing it. The Hearts fans want a free kick, they're not getting one. Ascar picks up midway inside the Hearts half, drifts the ball right side of the penalty spot, headed away. Tavernier back in for Nadiri. Fernandez tries to scoop it for goal. He's won a corner. And Rangers corner, a hush descends upon the home sections.
I'm all for this, but Hearts have to try and get up the pitch. Rangers will get a chance if Hearts keep doing this.
Yeah, they just need to suffer, Rydo, don't they?
Yeah.
Just a wee bit of quality, one key pass, like the one for Kabore, if he can get you up the pitch.
Tavernier takes the corner, right footed into the box it comes, it's headed away by McCart, breaks to Romans, and then Gassama, all off balance, fires it well wide, goal kick Hearts, and more precious seconds slip away from Rangers' title challenge. Hearts 2, Rangers 1. There are 2.5 minutes left to play.
Do you know what, see from Rangers' point of view, that was a chance for Romans. As soon as that comes out to him and he opts to pass it to Gassama, he should have hit that. It's on his left foot. You're 18 yards from goal, have a shot. It's the best thing that can happen for Hearts now is getting the goal kick, get into a shape, try and get up the pitch. I understand why they're sitting with 5, 6, 7 players at the back there in a straight line, but you're inviting trouble on. Get up for the last 3 minutes.
Romans wins a header from the long follow ball. It's Nadiri trying to get it down the line, gives it straight to Steinbender, who whips it forward into the Rangers half. Butland comes a long way from his goal line, heads it out for a Hearts throw in on this.
Exactly right.
They're just about there.
Take your time walking up, take your throw in, get it in the corner.
I'm not sure how many of the Hearts fans would party on a Monday night in a normal week, but there will be plenty doing just that tonight if they see it through. 90 seconds left. They are almost there. It'll be one of the biggest roars of the season. Headed away by Romans from the throw-in from Steinbender. Romans in field, it's headed forward by Chukwueze, straight to Steinbender, who launches it forward. Butland will gather. Just over a minute to play. Jack Butland has it, rolls it ahead of himself outside his box and launches it forward with the right foot. Looking for Sharmiti, it's headed away by McCart. Tavernier's touch is poor, Giga's going to get onto it. Tavernier, forward it comes. Hearts have to be so concentrated. Sharmiti on the turn, loses his bearings, but it breaks to Chukwueze. Wide right Gassama gets the cross in. Might break here to Nadiri, who's just lost sight of it, and Hearts clear. Tavernier to Asgard. Still we play on. Centre point the pitch, midway inside the Hearts half. Asgard wide left for Romans. In comes the cross. The header's wide. The header's wide, and it's roared like a goal up the other end, because that should be it. Hearts 2, Rangers 1.
That was a chance. That was the one we're talking about. I think Steinbender has to get out to Romans quicker to try and stop the cross. It's a good ball in. Sharmiti just has to do everything he possibly can to head it down, get it on target. Luckily for Hearts, he hits off beside his head and goes wide for a goal kick. And as you said, Liam, this should be it. He should knock this right up into the sky, and that full-time whistle should go.
No, this is it now. Swallow's going to take the goal kick, and just listen to the roar from the fans here. Just listen to this. There could be statues being built of these players, and Shankland will be right at the end of that, with his teammates behind him, because once again he's come up with an oh-so-crucial goal to win this game, and they had to come from behind, as they did against Motherwell, as they did against Hibs in their last two matches, to get the deal done. This is a team that's got so much resilience about it, as well as the flair, and as well as the ruthlessness that champions need. Rangers led through the deflected Dujon Sterling first half effort. They bossed that opening 45 minutes, but Hearts came roaring out of the traps at the start of the second half. Stephen Kingsley on the rebound from the Kizarida shot, which hit the post, made it 1-1. And it was that man Shankland yet again. This time last year his future was in doubt, but he's now just 3 games away from leading this set of players, this football club, to championship winners' medals. And for Hearts it would be for the first time since 1960. 66 years. 41 years since a team out with Celtic or Rangers won it. History awaits them, and they are getting ever closer as they once again open up a 3-point lead at the top of the table, with a goal difference advantage of 5 as well to go along with it. They will have a chance to go 6 clear with 2 to play when they go to Motherwell on Saturday night, before Celtic get the chance to play again. As for Rangers' title challenge, well, it's been buried here in Gorgie. They are getting the next tram out of here with nothing left to play for. 7 points is too far back now, and Rangers will end the season trophyless again. But for Heart of Midlothian, my goodness, is Derry McInnes and his players take the acclaim of the fans. A quote from Tommy Walker, who was the last man to lead them to the title, rings so true tonight. He said, "We don't have players, we have heroes. We don't have a stadium, we have a fortress. We don't have fans, we have the heart and soul of Edinburgh." This is a dynasty that will live on for eternity. It's been an eternity since they won the top flight title. They might only have 12 more days to wait, because it finished here with 3 to play, and with a 3-point lead. Heart of Midlothian 2, Rangers 1.
Scottish